Hello, everybody. Let's start.
Hello, hello.
Say
Hi.
Craig. Coming in.
Hi, Craig.
Now recording.
Awesome. Everybody's changed.
Epic recording voice.
All right. I think all of our volumes are good. I think everybody's great. I'll give really.
Can chat hear him? Or do they think that we've lost our minds?
They should have been able to hear him. Yeah.
Probably.
Yep. Birthday cake. Yep.
Yep.
Here we are.
Hi, birthday cake, Johnum. Who else is
Yeah.
hanging out here?
The reason that we have Craig is because through OBS, both you and Mars and all of the Discord noises come through the same channel. That's why. Alrighty.
Greg.
See Greg, yeah.
Hey, Jamie. Welcome, welcome. You're just in time.
Yes, Craig is a Discord bot that records separate audio recordings for everybody in the call. So that means I have a separate Dylan, a separate Mars, a separate Ori file, so that when we talk over each other, I can make sure that only I am heard. No, I'm make sure that the person making the joke is heard.
If that
Dope.
separate Dylan and I are in the same room together, only one of us will come out alive.
Well, that's why we're not in the same room. But let us jump in, guys. This hopefully, ideally,
This
unless
might be
this
our
takes
last
forever,
one.
This should be our last stream of Rise from the Ashes, right? We're on the last trial. We're on the ladder trial, so that's the second half. All right. Hopefully we're gonna put Damon Gamp behind bars. That's my goal. That's my goal here.
That would be mine as well. I do not like this man. I do
don't
not like
him.
his
If he's
manipulating.
not guilty, I'll be very upset. That's all I'm gonna say.
Dun dun.
February 25th, 12:06. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Ooh,
It's a little less than a month from now.
indeed. Sorry, Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get you in trouble.
Don't worry about it. This is my problem, not yours.
We can share the problem, Edge.
You need help.
Never
Hope I'm
mind.
not interrupting anything, pals!
Oh.
Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later.
He's like,
Aw.
sorry, walked in on a moment.
Wait, Detective Gumshoe! Please, what is it? It's fine.
You got a lot of nerve, pal. Making a detective run all around while on duty.
Isn't that kind of the point?
And to top it all off, you call me here? I've seen happier people at funerals.
I take it Lana's having you run errands again. Under
Let
my
me tell
name.
you this. This is the last time, pal. Here. She asked me to give this to you if there was a break in today's trial.
It has a little chicken on it.
You kinda had the idea you had, never been to law school. So,
I really want to say Sherlock Holmes, but that's the best pun I got out of chicken and Sherlock Holmes.
I mean, it's not terrible.
That's the best one I got. Dylan, can you think of a better one?
no.
All right. I did
It
it.
could be worse. It could be worse.
Evidence law. Edgeworth was talking about this just the other day.
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law.
Ah, yes, I remember talking about this when the shoe came up.
Ah, that's
Rule
right.
number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. I'll have to say that if Edgeworth says it's right, then it's right.
You could at least study some evidence law. Really?
It's all in one ear and out the other.
Look at how much good work you've done.
The chief prosecutor also wanted me to give you a message.
A message? That sounds
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
when you
ominous.
explain. No, it's when you explain something to someone, you know, but they're not actually there. Yeah, she said, if you're planning to take him on, you're gonna need this book.
Oh no, am I gonna have to study? Dylan, is this practice for the bar? Am I gonna have to study evidence law
No,
with you?
no.
Oh
What Lana
no.
was telling you to do.
Ori's worst nightmare.
Don't worry. What Lana was telling you to do was to beat Get to death with the book.
With the book. Oh my god.
Ori, it's your signature move. Slap, slap, slap.
With the book.
Repeated slap.
Him? You mean that guy that's like the devil, but he wears like a feather boa and these really hot high-heeled boots? Crab Claus? But I guess I'll need to give this book a thorough read, not skimming like I usually do.
Oh, Phoenix.
Doesn't look like that book will do you any good now, though.
Yeah, it's not quite as hefty as like a dictionary or something.
Well, it's just got the 2 rules in it, you understand. It doesn't have to be that long. Like, cosmically speaking, it's a very long book with just 2 rules, I'm just saying. Like, they were very clearly paid by the word.
Oh my god.
But that's all that's left now is the chief prosecutor's sentence.
That's where you're wrong, detective.
Huh? Haven't you figured it out already yet? Why I'm still sitting in that prosecutor's seat. Despite all these allegations being thrown at me.
I just want to state that I was like editing the Turnabout Goodbyes sessions today, and the amount of noises I make at Edgeworth is way too many.
Yeah, it's got me
It's
feeling
a
threatened,
lot.
I'll say.
Oh, you're lucky you are Edgeworth, that's all I'm gonna say.
Mr. Edgeworth. The real trial today hasn't begun yet.
Ooh.
You sure about that?
What? What's there left to do?
I guess charge again.
Not what else? Who else?
Oh.
Hey, that's between you and Phoenix, okay?
Take that out of court.
Don't bring that into court now.
Outside of court. I got an office, at least. Jeez.
Your credibility's been all but ruined with this forged evidence you were unaware of. Emma Sky found out she's unwittingly caused a man's death. And now, you're telling me you want to do more? You gotta be kidding me, pal!
You're missing the point, detective. I also got you fired. All right, so we're I've got 2. I have to ruin my
we're
own
2 for 2 here,
reputation
you know?
here, but afterwards, Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. She merely stuck a knife in his dead body. That means the real killer is still out there.
What?
And we're going to expose him, no matter what it takes. This case has hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end. Shing shing!
What was that noise?
Flashing my attorney's sword, obviously.
When did you get an attorney's sword? They removed it from the cup.
You're what?
My attorney's
You
sword.
have the sword. Why haven't you used it on Gant yet?
No, I needed the book first. Book and sword. You know, it's pen and shield, book and sword, right? That's the combo.
That's right.
I'm so confused.
Don't think about it too
okay.
hard.
All right.
February 25th, 12:52, District Court, courtroom number 9.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
Birthday cake, if you go back in time far enough, that's how it worked.
That is true.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
The Inquiry Committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions.
No! Oh,
A bow. Thank you for the news, Your Honor.
honestly,
Oh, he's backed him better than ever.
The sass? I cannot.
Never change, Edgeworth,
Oh.
please. Yes, well... Normally, this is where the prosecution calls for the witness. but,
You okay there, Judge? Maybe you should be wearing a mask. I don't know.
No. I just have an
What's
effect on men.
Oh,
no, it's, well, yes, that is
no,
true, but,
only me men.
it's-
no other men.
it's not easy to say. You see, there is some concern that you, Mr. Edgeworth, may have,
Struck a bargain.
yeah, what you just said.
You think I may have manipulated the witnesses?
Oh no! It's coming back to bite him.
I didn't say that!
But I implied it.
It's just, you see, everyone has been talking, and I'm one to buy into rumors. I love gossip. I love court gossip.
Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution.
Solution?
That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses.
Oh, you're working together, I see.
What? But there's no precedent for what you're proposing.
Unless, of course, we look to America.
Yeah, I get to
Or
call
any other
witnesses.
common law jurisdiction.
What are you talking
Excuse
about?
me, this is San Francisco. We operate by different logic here.
Oh my god, I get to call witnesses. What are you saying? What?
Undeniably, this is an unusual arrangement,
No, it's not.
but a very effective one.
Good, that's how it should work.
It would prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
Unbelievable. That's what I think. Edgeworth has found a way to continue the trial. Oh, man after my own heart. Very well, the defense accepts the prosecution's proposal. His suggestion. I'll do it, yeah.
Then it's settled. The, defense may now call forth the next witness.
Mr. Wright,
Mm?
you do realize this is your last chance?
Oh.
It's kind of been my last chance. Oh god.
If you call the wrong witness,
Wait. Do I actually have to choose?
Oh,
this
you might
trial
have
is as
to.
good as over.
God, what?
Oh,
I don't know who to choose. Wait.
nerve-wracking. Huh?
Wait.
What is
Wait.
Thing.
It's Gant time.
Yeah? You think so?
Time to take a
That's
ganter.
the only one we haven't really looked at.
Bring out the
boy.
real murderer.
All right.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Okay, music stopped. Damon Gant. The defense calls Damon Gant to the stand.
Damon Gant. What does he have to do with anything?
He has to do with everything. As the defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gant has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear out what he has to say about it. Mm-hmm.
As luck would have it, he should still be in the courthouse.
Ooh.
He would also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way.
That
Well
that's
played.
very true. Oh, double wham.
Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor?
True. Alright. Bailiff, please escort Mr. Gant to the stand.
Witness, please state your name and occupation. What is this? Some kind of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch. Your name and occupation, sir. Worthy. Are you sure you want to do this? Sam, your name and occupation.
Oh.
So, you want to play hardball, eh?
Please, Mr. Gant.
Fine. My name is Damon Gant. I'm the acting chief of police.
Now then, Chief Gant, the court requests to hear your testimony.
Oh, righto. What's with the grim face?
First, let's clear up this SL9 incident.
Oh, you mean that time when Lana's sister murdered that prosecutor?
Oh, just coming out of the gate swinging.
He really is.
Personally, I think it's been made pretty clear already.
Oh, it's been made pretty clear that you hid evidence? Because no, there's still some things unaccounted for.
Like how you became an attorney.
Oh.
How you passed law school without reading an evidence book. Plenty of things I'd love the answer to.
I just don't remember it.
Alright, what did you have in mind?
Like the role you played in all of this.
Well, I am a role player. But you're either very brave or very foolish.
I know which I'd prefer to be.
You are aware, of course, that a police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal.
I just realized that I probably should have read the fucking book before I got into it. And I didn't.
Oh, that's probably why it was given to you.
Yeah,
This is exactly you in law school, too. You're in the room on the test. I should have read that book, huh?
This is a threat. This sounds like a threat.
In general.
I'm just giving you facts. Aren't you aware of this fact that I have a bunch of weapons?
Weapons? You mean like missile and metal detector and fishing rod?
Well, missile was my first example, but take my testimony for another. I don't have to give it if I don't want to.
No? You have to.
Next.
You have to.
You do have to, actually.
What? Is that true? Apparently, I don't know. What? What?
What?
I'm
What?
afraid so. The chief of police has the right to refuse to testify.
That's not a thing.
If
We live in a crazy-ass world.
If I lose 2 health because of this, I am going to flip my shit.
Man, if only you read the book.
This'll be so sad.
Oh, risks, though.
Of course. Such an action carries with it certain risks.
Elaborate, please.
Don't worry, I'm not here to hinder your trial.
Hmm.
Just remember, if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh.
Very well. The witness may now begin his testimony.
Whew.
As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either.
Huh. The power outage happened after Dark ran away.
When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently, she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, I had nothing to do with that forgery.
And yet, there's a lot of evidence in your safe, close by your number.
Is that when Dark was arrested?
My brain's still read it as Drake.
I was a millisecond away from saying Drake, and I auto-corrected in my brain.
I can't do it.
What is wrong with either of you?
I don't know. It's just me. It's just me. I'm rubbing off on Mars. It's
Ori,
just me.
Ori started it, and now it's screwing with
And
me.
now Mars is finishing it.
Listen, it's not better than me. I read it as Dark A every time.
Okay, no. I literally had this thought.
Alright, that is so much worse.
If the E is at the end, wouldn't it be Derk? Dairk? Because the E makes the vowel say its name, right? So Drake, Dairk, right? Like, that's how it would work.
It is
Joe,
the I am
Joe
Pierre.
Dairk. Dairk.
It's the case no one would dare to solve.
Oh, God.
I don't even remember what the thing was asked right before this.
D-
It
Something.
was about, Dark being arrested.
Yeah.
Got it. Him? He was lying on the floor unconscious.
Oh.
Mm.
When Emma
That
sent Neil
hurt.
flying, after she brutally murdered him, like real bad, and the spear I keep in my room recreationally, of course. It
not
seems
like
Doc bumped his head.
That sounds suspicious, don't it?
Hmm. I see. Everything seems pretty clear cut.
If the chief of police has the right to refuse to testify, then I'd better hit him hard and fast. Press everything.
Press, press, press.
Cue to press. As I recall, a ceremony was held at the police department that day.
Yes, that's right. I guess you could say I'm a workaholic. After winning his award, Neil was all fired up too. That's probably what spooked Doc and made him run away like that. Was the defendant, Lana Skye, also present in the room? I don't quite remember. At the very least, she wasn't there when Doc ran for it.
Yeah, I'm curious about this one. So, the two of you ran immediately after him, right?
That's right, but Doc made it to the elevator first. So Neil and I split up.
Never separate the party.
He went upstairs and I went downstairs. I guess you could say he got lucky.
I wish it was you on that spear. I mean...
Yeah, well, what she said.
What's this about a power outage? Oh, that. Yeah, the elevator stopped all of a sudden, and I got the shock of my life.
Why was he in the elevator if Dark got to the elevator first? This is real sussy. All of this is sussy.
Yeah, right there is the big
I would
stuff.
call him out in that elevator bit.
Well, probably not as shocked as Neil was when that knife went through his heart, though.
When his heart ran through the knife.
Oh,
I mean, the way I sees it.
I mean, technically
heart
the
did go
heart
through
did
a knife.
move, and the knife didn't, so I don't know. That's not funny. Hold it! Could you tell us what you saw?
It was a shocking sight. Neil and that serial killer were lying in a heap on the floor, tangled together.
Dark was also lying collapsed on the floor?
Yes! Apparently he had hit his head and was knocked out.
Does that align with what we heard? I feel like that's different for some reason.
No. He was knocked out because of a concussion, but it was obviously the vase that hit him on the head, and I don't think a falling vase could hit you hard enough to give you a concussion. Like, just gravity.
Depends on the height.
But she pushed... Remember, Emma pushed the guy with the knife, who ended up being Neil, and caused him to fall onto the spear. Nothing happened to Dark. She didn't push Dark. So how did Dark get knocked unconscious?
It's possible, but it's all sus.
I think somebody hit him over the head with the vase.
Yeah, this is all very, very sus.
Next to them were those two poor girls.
Also, I couldn't imagine that Lana was in enough of a state of mind to freaking arrange a crime scene by hoisting a fully grown man off of a spear that was, like, above him. Like, he was hanging on it like a coat hook, you know? Like, she would have to lift him up and off, dead weight. Damn. Lana and Emma.
Lana was cradling Emma in her arms. Looking back at it now.
I hate that, Jamie.
Yeah. She must have already known what her sister had done.
See, how could she? You know? Like... Huh? Hold it! Tap! How can you know that?
Just the victim's body. It had already been moved. So that means... You found the body near Lana's desk? That's right!
What I don't understand is that we only found blood from Luminol at the desk. There was no... at, like, Lana's desk. On the carpet there. There was no stuff on his armor. And...
No. There
I don't
isn't.
Yeah, I agree, TD Pod.
I think you said earlier. It was my suit of armor that really stabbed the prosecutor?
Yeah, but we didn't find any traces of blood on it.
It's true.
Yeah, that's what I'm sussy about. Yeah!
Anyway,
Hold it! So, you're saying... Point that the forgery had already taken place by time you arrived at your office.
that's exactly what I'm saying.
Hold on. Okay, I have two sort of pokes in this. One, if Dark got in the elevator, right, and they were like, we don't know which way he's going. Almost all elevators tell you which way they're going. So, like, you could see which way they're going. So I think he went with, I think he went
Dark?
with Neil, right, all the way up,
that-
and he was there the whole time. Just, like, watching in the window, or so, like, just watching from the doorway or something. Like, I don't know, it feels real sus.
All of it is.
You can understand how Lana must have failed. But moving a body and hiding evidence are inexcusable, no matter what the circumstance.
Dylan, are you using push to talk?
No.
Okay. Sometimes you're a little quiet on, like, the first part of the sentence, and it cuts you off.
Okay.
Is that how it really went down?
Staring at the witness won't do you any good, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
If you're going to stare at anyone...
Stare at me.
That's what I was waiting for.
You'd better be staring deep directly into my court record.
Oh.
Worthy! Always the smooth talker.
But which piece of evidence ties Gant to the forgery? Lana did admit to forging evidence, but that can't be the whole truth. Again, it was in his safe, Phoenix. Somehow I've got to link Gant to the incident. Alright, now we get to look at,
Alright, we can look at the evidence. I'd also, if you want to read that book you were given.
Yeah.
maybe?
Enter. Rules for submitting evidence. Number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case.
Ah! No, Jamie, no. They are not using real rules of evidence. Not even one.
Not even a moment.
Nope.
Okay. We have this. It was found in his safe. We have this, which was the half of the... This was cut up in his desk. He put this in his desk. We watched him put this in his desk.
Yeah.
That is a thing. We also have...
Can we see what is listed on that evidence list? Is that a no?
Apparently.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh, here it is. It just shows me the back.
Ah,
back
okay.
drawing.
That's nothing.
Neil's autopsy report. There was a knife tip in the wound. Blood loss. In under 10 minutes. See, how was there so much blood at the other place? Is what I'm saying. If he died on the spear. There was a lot of blood over there.
Yeah, no, there was... We didn't
whose
find
blood
any
was
around
that?
the armor.
If he bled out...
But I'm wondering if that's the track we need to be on. Because right now, we're just trying to connect him to a forgery.
Okay, it's so a couple of these things specifically like say Gant on it, right? Like it says final fragment was found in his safe. Emma's written on the surface in blood. This has this was found in Gant's desk and this was found in his safe. So like all of those things are like specifically tied to him. Like word
Well, this one so I'm pretty sure that this cloth is from Emma like pushing Neil. But the game is saying evidence for something but what, so the game still doesn't know. So I think that may be something that's updated.
I think it's the jar.
You think that's a forgery?
Well, no, I think it's a contradiction, right? He keeps saying, what is it, on the one where he's like, I didn't forge anything, right? Like, it literally says it's in his safe, right? Like, why was the last piece in his safe if he didn't forge anything, right? Like, why would it be in his safe? Lana shouldn't have, like, the code to that, right?
Okay, I see what you're getting at.
Any thoughts, Dylan, or are you answering too many long questions?
I was talking to the chat, sorry.
Alright, I think I'm gonna do that. On this.
Yeah,
As you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery. It literally says, final fragment found in Chief Gant's safe. Emma is written on the surface in blood. Like, I feel like that's a very specific, like... I like it.
Okay.
I'm doing it. Objection!
Music stop!
You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery. But I'm afraid that is a claim you cannot back up.
Explain yourself.
Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this jar, for example.
That's the blue badger you showed us earlier.
A piece of this jar was discovered in your safe. Not only that, but the evidence list I presented earlier, TAP, was actually found inside your desk. I wonder if we could have presented either of them.
It was found where?
You see, Chief Gant, these articles of evidence uncovered in your office, TAP, are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the illegal investigation.
Chief Gant, what's the meaning of this?
Oh!
Merry Christmas! You're a month late, Chief Gant.
He is a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy in breaking the law.
Oh no! So you admit it then, that you were involved in the forgery.
Who, me? Or do you mean you?
What?
Huh?
Oh no, reverse card. Me? Why would I have anything to do with that?
Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence.
God.
I hate this man.
Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can do so too. Isn't that right, Rado?
No.
Objection.
Oh!
However,
Edward standing up.
Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation.
The
Worthy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law.
Where's the security cameras, huh?
Rest
Seriously.
assured, Dick will receive his due punishment.
Oh no.
You heard it here first, folks. I'm a Dick Punisher. What?
What? If Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to work. Wasn't he fired already?
He was fired, but if it drops below 0, it's going to be
Oh,
negative.
you're right. You're right. You're right.
Yes, well, in light of the detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding the pieces of evidence found in your office.
Pudgy's on our side.
In their relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene.
Well, they're all related to those criminal defense attorneys, like I was just saying. My. Kids these days no longer know how to put 2 and 2 together.
That sounds like you. Just saying.
Let's see, what was it now? A jaw fragment and a list? For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. Anyway, you can't prove where those pieces of evidence were discovered. If they were found after Doc was convicted, then they're worthless. There's no reason I'd participate in a forgery. Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out anyway.
For that I disagree. It would get you into the position you are now.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
When investigating the crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol.
You do understand that I am the chief of police, right? There will be consequences. Indeed, I believe I will press charges, so you won't make the same mistake again.
Can you press charges from jail?
Yeah, you can.
Damn it!
Really?
Death sentence is all right. Let's go. Can't press charges if
Phoenix
he's dead.
going for the throat.
Can't press charges if he's dead. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that guys, you can't press charges if you're dead.
Can't fire Gumshoe. Can't get on Edgeworth's case. Can't press charges.
Okay,
You know.
Hold on. If this game has taught me anything, it's taught me that if you have a spirit medium, you can press charges if you're dead.
No.
Hold it.
Ah.
The Ouija board calls Detective
Oh, no.
Gann to the stand.
Honestly, their little charms does look like the Ouija board planchette.
My apologies, Chief, but would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that?
Court case in the middle of a court case.
Today is, well, you know.
All right, OG. In return, though.
What? You definitely couldn't press charges, like, in the middle of a court case. Like a trial.
I know. Place, right?
Oh, what is happening here? Judge?
Dinner date?
Yeah. He's a dick punisher. That's what we
Oh,
confirmed.
no.
Oh my god.
You can't say it. Only I
What?
can say
I
it.
can't say it. Why can't I say it?
That's
Or
my word.
you gotta turn your
I
card in. I'm
see.
sorry.
What?
I'm sorry.
My
You can't be
bad.
Ace. I'm the dick punisher. What the hell?
Huh? What, are these guys telepathic? Yeah, then, when you're in a relationship that long, I guess that's what happens.
God.
Let it be a lesson, Phoenix. Don't let you and Edgeworth go that way.
Oh, press! I'm like waiting for you to read it. Tap! I'd appreciate if you stopped making these ridiculous accusations.
Wow, I took the
Allegations.
words right out of my mouth. But yeah, you do have a point. You wouldn't have the guts to do something like that.
What? I'll have you know, back in my day, I once broke into a cattle ranch and
Mr. Wright, What are you saying?
That was 15 years ago. Statute of limitations have run out. You know, it doesn't matter.
Ah. No, the statute of limitations for murder is 15 years, but apparently for cow tipping it's eternal.
Oh no.
Anyway, you can't prove you didn't carry in the evidence, can you? If you have proof to the contrary, you're going to need it later.
I have multiple eyewitness testimonies.
Later? What are you talking about? What else? I'm talking about when Rhino's prints are found. Yes, if they're found inside my safe, they would prove his investigation was illegal.
Oh no. I've never faced someone as slimy as this guy, even though I'm really slimy myself by freaking breaking into people's cases.
I don't know, does
Question.
that Saturday afternoon with Edgeworth count as slimy, or is that a different kind
no.
of...
Dylan, I have a question. If,
Yes.
well, I guess I can probably answer it myself, but I'm curious if the law has anything to say about it. If I, like, know the code to a safe, like, that's not breaking, is it?
If you open a safe that you happen to know the code with, too?
Yeah, even if it's not mine. But,
So,
like...
the term breaking and entering that you hear with burglary a lot,
Mhm.
it doesn't actually have to break.
I
Like,
know that.
you can open a door, and that's breaking.
I see.
So,
So, yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
oh yes.
Darn.
It essentially means, like, we gotta be careful with what we're talking about, because burglary is what breaking and entering is used for.
Okay.
And there's no, like,
Narrow
opening
question.
a safe crime.
If I
But yeah.
opened the safe to steal... Well, I guess, okay, then it doesn't matter. It's only... If I open and close a safe, nobody can do anything about it, right?
There's no crime for that, generally speaking, sure.
Alright, so even if my prints are found on the keypad,
he's
showing that I,
saying
like,
that-
proof to open it...
He's saying that you planted evidence into the safe, and so it's proof
No,
that
I
you
know that.
tampered.
That there's tampering.
And that you also collected
I
the
see.
evidence illegally, so that
Uh-huh.
you're also, like, should be disbarred or something.
I see. Oh, there's only 2 pieces here. Alright, press the second part. Hold it! What do you mean by that?
This is all purely hypothetical, of course. But suppose I did place those items in my safe.
But you did.
Again, hypothetically. Such an act wouldn't necessarily constitute forgery. I'm just an eclectic collector.
Objection! Tap! If concealing evidence found at a crime scene isn't forgery...
I'm not through speaking yet, Rhino. It all depends on when the evidence was discovered.
Oh, that's the game you want to play.
Oh, wait,
And
where'd
they
it
prove a
go?
when.
Why did it go from only having 2 statements that I could press to suddenly having a ton of them? It was very weird.
Not entirely sure.
We gotta prove a when. Do we have any whens in chat?
Let's look at the court chat.
That's not the chat I was talking about, but okay.
No, what would there be a when?
Have you pressed everything? I don't think so.
I don't think so. Did I just press
Press
this
that.
one? I don't
No, you
think I did. It went weird. What do you mean by that?
Wait.
Essentially, instead of giving me like a press harder, it was like, here's a like side branch statement that I was very confused about there.
Huh.
Oh, we did that.
Yeah, we
we
did
did
do
talk
this
about
one.
this,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I thought that looked
I was
familiar.
like, what is happening? Stop.
Fusion.
Okay. If they're found, I need to press this, though. Hold
Right.
it! Are you saying this jar fragment wasn't discovered in the initial investigation?
It would appear not. After all, it wasn't listed in the evidence list.
What?
For all we know, it could have some
Sounds
material.
very sus.
suddenly materialized the day after dark was set.
If it came from a jar that was in the materials list, wouldn't that be what? Objection, tap. Oh, and wouldn't that be convenient?
Right. The chief is talking about a possibility. So as long as you can't rule that out. Your remarks, however clever they may be, will only succeed in wasting time.
Tell me something I don't know.
Come now, Rado. Think about it.
Think, Phoenix, think!
Alright, press! Hold it! Tap! How can you look me in the eye and say that?
Because I'm innocent.
You're closing your eyes!
Remember? Who was it that murdered Negan?
This look makes me think otherwise!
I'm not sure I care for the word murder here.
Okay, I'm going out on a limb. One, Judge, you're full of shit because you wanted to prosecute frickin' 9-year-old Edgeworth for throwing a gun and possibly killing his father. Number two, I'm going out on a limb here, and I want to say, what if Gant actually still did kill Neil, and he faked the evidence that Emma did it so that Lana thought that it was Emma, and he could manipulate her, and this is the blackmail.
I would not say it's far-fetched.
That's what I'm thinking.
We get to see a reason for why he would kill Neil.
We know
although
the reason is to get Dark, and so he could become the chief of police.
okay,
That was
that's
our
fair.
working theory for a long time.
It's
Like
also-
power
The power.
play, right?
Yeah.
It's also possible that since Neil was fired up after getting the award, he was like, "Listen, I can't have you be so fucking shady," and so
Yeah, maybe
maybe
that
that
too.
precipitated something.
Yeah.
But in the end, the person responsible for Mr. Marshall's unfortunate demise was Emma Skye.
Oh, wouldn't that be rich though? Then we have two cases where the murderer, quote unquote, was written down and it wasn't actually them. Because that happened for Mia with Maya, and now it would happen with Emma for Neil.
I'm telling you, dream theory. This is just Phoenix having a very
No.
elaborate dream.
This is not a dream. Well, now do you see?
Alright, last press. Hold it. Really, Chief Gant. At the very least, there is one very large benefit you would have reaped from all of this.
Oh, I wasn't aware. What is this benefit?
Oh, you weren't aware? Well, that would of course be the position you have, Chief of Police.
Oh.
The resolution of the SL9 incident secured your promotion to Chief. Point, that in itself is sufficient motive, which I don't even need.
Oh, ho, ho, and a Merry Christmas to you.
Little late.
That's a good one. Do you really think that I'm that incompetent?
Sadly, no.
What do you mean?
Well, incompetence is the kind of thing where you're not able to do your job effectively. But even without that case, I was already in line to become the next chief. The resolution of SL9 merely sped up the inevitable. A little.
Is that true, Edgeworth?
Yes. He was going to be made chief anyway.
Uh-oh.
Be careful when pointing that finger, or you might wind up being the one pointed at.
Uno, reverse again. How many of those do you have?
Too many. Somebody ban him from those cards.
So that means... there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. If you didn't do it for yourself, then did it for someone else.
Mm.
Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. I don't care about anyone else.
Me, myself, and I.
There are only 3 people that I look out for. Me, myself, and I. There. It's out in the open now.
I'm a conceited asshole.
Archie, would you mind if I changed my testimony a teensy?
What?
By all means, please do.
What?
Oh, you know it takes at least
Hold it.
3 times before we get the straight story.
Nothing in it for you. Are you certain about that?
Sorry, but the only person I care about is yours truly. That girl. Lana's little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you better think again.
Oh no, I don't think you felt sorry for Emma. I think you felt for Lana if you felt for anybody at all.
You're right. You don't feel sorry for anyone.
I think, okay, no, I still think that he did it, and the motive was not necessarily to be chief, but to get literally the prosecutor's office under his thumb by promoting Lana, to go over there and having her, like, with the blackmail. You know what I'm saying? That gives me vibes.
Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised. You seem to relax enough on yourself, though. Oh, ho, ho! And a Merry Christmas to you, Worthy.
Why does he keep becoming Santa? Could there have been something in it for him? Given his selfishness, would he have helped someone out? I'm gonna point out the accomplice, and I'm gonna say that it was Lana. I feel
say
like that's
go
where this is
for it.
going. True, you might not help out anyone for their sake. Ah, see, this is what I'm saying, the blackmail. But if it would benefit you, you might decide to assist someone. This is where I'm going.
Mr. Wright. It appears you're positively determined to portray the chief as a nice man who likes to lend people a hand.
No. That's not what I mean.
Very well then. Who is this person you believe Chief Gant may have helped forge evidence?
Definitely Lana. It's definitely Lana.
It can only be Lana.
Take that!
Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky. The defendant?
I believe it's quite obvious in light of the circumstances. Emma Sky fell victim to a series of unfortunate events by Lemony Snicket, who would want to help her more than her own sister, Lana. As for Chief Gant, he would also have a reason to help Lana if she asked him to. Tap. That reason, of course, is self-profit.
Self-profit? What do you mean?
After the SL9 incident was resolved, Lana Sky was appointed chief prosecutor at the prosecutor's office. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant.
But how would he profit from all of this?
How would he not, Judge?
He would be able to use the chief prosecutor as his puppet. Cap, essentially. He would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations.
Do you mean to tell me that despite the chief's formidable appearance, he plays with puppets? Why am I so dumb?
Judge, please. Judge, despite
That
your
was so
formidable
stupid!
appearance.
I have to say myself how stupid I am!
Judge, despite your formidable appearance, I wouldn't be surprised if you also played with puppets.
I do! I'm trying to figure out if we
No.
can start a troupe together! Oh, wait, I should not have said that in court. You must mean puppet as in, oh, forget
Admit it,
me, I've
Chief.
embarrassed myself enough.
Shut up, Judge, admit it, Chief. You assisted Lon Sky in forging evidence. Point your motive to appoint her as chief prosecutor so you could control her like a puppet. See, that's where the metaphor comes in.
That's much
Right.
less exciting than a puppet troupe.
You have quite an imagination.
There's no jury, Jamie.
Yeah, there
Just
isn't
the
a jury.
peanut gallery.
Let me ask you something.
What?
Do you have any proof of this? That I controlled Lana like a puppet?
I do believe we do.
For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such a thing?
In not so many words and buried in code.
Lana. She's keeping quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against Gant.
I'm afraid without any proof, this all amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture.
Unless... This is also what happened in this incident.
Ooh.
This incident.
Of course I'm talking about... the murder of Detective Bruce Goodman.
The one shoe off? I don't know why it just gets me, but I find it hilarious.
The chief prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone has been controlling her.
That image.
Yeah.
No.
Worthy. You better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt.
I'm ready. I'm so ready for Gant's breakdown. Like, I'm hardcore ready for Gant's breakdown.
Oh, big time. Just what do you mean? Like, I want to see this guy who's so in control all the time just fall apart. Be
Tap.
so satisfying.
What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but the Chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement.
What? Order! 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 I said order!
Glad you have that water, Mars.
Yeah, me too! Mr. Wright, you can't be serious!
Huh?
This is an affront to the highest ranking officer in our law enforcement agency! To accuse the chief of police of blackmail and murder? I mean, the blackmail is one thing, but murder?
You're guilty of disturbing the peace, destruction of property, and murder. Murder? Oh yeah. Not murder.
Impossible! I will be taking a very long sip of water now.
Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in easier to understand language. What? Phoenix, don't throw Edgeworth under the bus. Oh.
It's too late, Mr. Wright.
Oh?
There's no turning back for us now.
Oh!
It's looking like he's the one who's decided to go through with this. I got nothing left to lose.
Can you prove this, Mr. Wright? That the chief, a high-ranking officer of the law, I might add, is involved in this murder?
Good question, but I think I can.
Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Gant is just a man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell.
Honestly, I love this freaking, like, prosecutor, defense attorney gang up.
It's
too
honestly
good.
so good.
It's such a buddy cop
I
move.
love the teamwork.
And I'm vibing.
I see. Alright then. Let's see what Mr. Wright's got. And it better be good.
Edgeworth trusts me. He trusts me.
Show us this evidence that ties Chief Gant to the murder of Detective Goodman.
Well, I think we all know that it is the... Oh god, I forgot I have 4 freaking things. It is the ID card, deal.
Yeah,
Because it has
excuse
his-
me, Judge, while I reach into my backpack and sort through my,
My
many,
backpack
many...
and my briefcase and my pockets, and I dump out my UGG shoe that has other evidence in
Let's
here.
see
and-
what we got.
I think it's this one.
Back.
With the ID card record, because it has his number on it. Silence.
Okay.
See,
okay,
it
so
has him.
That is
right?
what started all of this.
Yeah, remember, the murder
Looking at
happened
the
in that
records
room
and Megan's
first,
connection.
right? We confirmed
okay, I see
that the murder happened in the evidence room before all this happened, and we also confirmed that it wasn't Edgeworth because of whatever reason, so it had to be this number, but we couldn't find out who this number was. We've proved now that it's Gant. I think this has to be it.
It has to come back into play somehow, so I think you're
I
right.
think this is it.
I think you're on the money.
He does, Jamie, he does. Take that!
This is the ID card list.
Yes, the one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was one ID on the list we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. 777-777-777s.
Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that's my card number.
It's your number.
Oh?
How do you know that?
The safe in Chief Gant's office requires a code to open, and I plead the fifth as to why I know that a 7-digit code.
I left that as the factory settings. That's just the normal default code number.
7 digits? You don't mean...
I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was 777-7777. The same as the remaining ID card number on that list. Tap, Chief Gant. You entered the evidence room on the day of the
Whoa.
crime.
Look at that fucking face. That's wonderful.
Oh, we got the music going. We got the music going.
He's holding that Uno reverse card, but he can't use it.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh, lovely.
Order! Order!
You're getting him.
Chief Gant, what do you have to say?
Well, my heartbeat got up.
I have a perfectly reasonable explanation, but I am now invoking my right to shut the hell up. But the defense's search of my office was in violation of regulations. Yeah.
And privacy.
And I will demand Mr. Wright be punished to the maximum extent of the law.
What? Edgeworth? No.
Don't worry. Tap. I'll make sure his dick is punished just the way... But right now, this court demands an explanation from you.
Please, keep it between you two.
You can't just say shit like that. I can't focus now.
About the use
You
of
are
this ID
cleaning your
card.
head out of the gutter. Chief Gant, so you admit it?
Isn't Gumshoe your dick, Edgeworth? That's all I'm gonna say.
You entered the evidence room.
He does, birthday cake. He does.
On the day of the crime?
What about it? I'm chief of police, whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom.
What? Those are two very different things, sir.
Flushing the evidence down the toilet.
What's the difference? I can go anywhere I want.
Oh, the power is really getting to his head, it feels like.
Tell me, when you entered the room, were you alone? I always go to the bathroom alone, as I do with the evidence room.
No.
Not what was being asked.
Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he?
Of course not. Why would he be? I hadn't seen him in days.
Objection! You hadn't
Excuse me?
seen him in days, Chief Gant. I'm afraid you've just undone yourself. Tap! On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean? The trial's purpose is to determine Lana Sky's guilt.
You've never literally ever cared about that in the past, Judge, I just gotta say.
Objection. No, it isn't, Your Honor. This trial's purpose is to determine the truth.
I mean, that's how it's been treated in the past, yes.
If Chief Gant met the victim on the day of the crime, tap, then we need to determine one thing. What transpired during that meeting?
In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm going to have to ask you for evidence. Again. Show us proof that the victim went to meet Chief Gant on the day of the crime.
I think
So
it's...
baffled I can't even talk.
I think it's the, the missing items report. It can only be submitted to the Chief of Police.
I like it.
I like it too. I'm doing it. Take that! Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the crime. We know who stole it.
Or to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it.
Yeah, as I said. So, Detective Goodman filled out a lost item report. He would have had to give that report to the Chief of Police.
Yet you are in possession of the report. Which means you can't be sure if he found it.
No, he filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day.
He needed to?
Yes, to transfer the evidence out.
Oh.
Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then, you accompanied the detective to the evidence room.
I accompanied him?
Yes, there was no other way the murderer and the Detective Goodman could have entered the room.
Hold on. And next you'll see, I, the Chief of Police, murdered poor good man.
You, the Chief of Police, murdered poor Goodman, Nani! Yeah, exactly.
But wait!
There's more.
There's always more. The chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room. He could have just lent him his ID card.
Yes. Now that you mention it, I believe I might have done something of the sort.
Bullshit!
Sorry, but that's not possible. Huh? According to the report, your card was only used once. Yet you showed us your ID card earlier. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, tap, It would have been found on his body.
Vibe. Vibe.
Mm-mm.
Oh!
What the hell?
He got shocked by lightning.
Gigant, you did it! Wow!
Pikachu, the murderer. The murderer was most likely a spur of the moment crime. For no one in their right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit a murder. After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course.
You're forgetting, Mr. Wright, that the victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor office's parking lot. How did he manage to move it there? I was at the police department the entire day, you know.
This one's easy. This one's easy.
And everyone's aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony.
Everyone except me, it seems, but Edgeworth, you're just setting me up for the slam dunk. Still, Gant's the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal.
Oh, so you think I just ordered an officer to do it? Hey, you! Take this here dead body over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so.
Birthday cake. No, it's actually very simple if we remember the freaking facts. Chief Gant, you left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. And all this time, I thought it was a useless clue just taking up space. In my endless pockets.
How could the chief have moved the body? Mr. Wright, show us this evidence!
To move the victim's body, Chief can't use this. I think it's his stub. I think that's the best thing we've got.
I think
Why?
so.
Because
Why?
it shows that Edgeworth was at we know that Edgeworth was at the department, so he put it in Edgeworth's car, and then Edgeworth arrived at the prosecutor's office right before it was found in his trunk. So it was Edgeworth's parking stub that's gonna let us do it. I don't have like Edgeworth's car as evidence, you know. This is the
Can't
closest
fit a
I got
car
to
in
that.
the pockets.
Well, I can
unfortunately.
fit like the blue badger somehow. But yeah, I think it's the parking stub. E to present. Take that. This is how he moved Detective Goodman's body.
A parking stub? Miles Edgeworth.
You mean...
The body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. I think it's obvious what happened. The body was moved by that car.
Objection! Tap! You mean I carried the victim's body?
Aww. Precisely so. I'm sorry, Edgeworth.
But wait! Even you know. I didn't plan on returning to my office.
That's why he made you get the evidence to go back to your office. I have the screwdriver! I have the
The
screwdriver!
ceremony finished that day.
Tap! But you did return. Tell me why. I know why. We both know why.
I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less.
By Chief Gant, no less.
He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office.
Slam Dunkaroony.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here.
Nothing but net. Boosh. So, you see, I'm the Slam Dunk champion because what you were really taking to the prosecutor's office wasn't the screwdriver, Tap, but the victim's body in your trunk.
Detective Goodman's body was carried in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car?
Don't you know it? Unless, of course, you have another explanation, Chief. Why else would you have asked Mr. Edgeworth to transport the evidence from a closed case? There's only one plausible explanation to transport the body of your accomplice, Miss Lana Sky. Oh, to your accomplice, Miss Lana Sky.
Order! 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 What's going on here? Is there no room for rebuttal to the defense's outrageous accusations?
Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed in the trunk to be taken away. It was exactly the opposite.
It's a photo of the body being taken from the trunk.
Chief Gant, please say something.
I believe your time is up.
My time's up.
I'm really Satan and I'm here to reap your soul, Judge.
Sorry, Rhino, but I'm having lunch with the district attorney general after this.
No, you're not.
Yeah, what was that?
Get going if we're gonna make it in time for the early bird special.
Shut up, Gant. Objection!
You're not leaving.
But the cross-examination isn't finished yet.
Remember what I told you earlier? A police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal.
Weapons.
Like the right to refuse to testify. I'm invoking that right now.
I feel like a judge would be like, nah, you
Really?
started, now finish it.
This is so
Judge
sus.
The judge is
would
like,
for
you don't
sure.
get to choose later, man.
Ironically.
This is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered.
Objection. Tap. So you're just going to run away after all this? Run away? Don't make me laugh, Worthy. What?
That's what you're doing.
I stabbed old Goodman. That's what you're saying, right?
I don't want to be said anymore. I don't want to be said anymore.
But if you had any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it by now.
Well,
Alright, we can provide that.
You think I had Lana dispose of the body? If so, then show your proof and get it over with.
I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. Damon Gant is the current chief of police. This court will not tolerate any accusations against him without concrete proof.
honestly, it's realistic
Which I
in an
feel like you
unfortunate
have
way.
in abundance.
It's realistic in an unfortunate way that they don't want to prosecute police officers.
Yeah, but if they're already on the stand,
It's kind
they
of too
gotta
late.
testify.
Uh,
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Wright,
Your Honor.
do you have any concrete proof? Proof that Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Sky dispose of his body?
Do I have any concrete proof? Do I have proof? I think I have to say I have proof.
I don't think you're
You
getting
gotta say
another
it.
search segment after this,
You
so
gotta say it.
you better.
I can't let him just squirm his way out of this. I've got to keep the pressure on. Yes, Your Honor. I do have such evidence, and I'm not stalling or anything.
Then please hurry up and present it. Just remember, it better prove Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Wait, what?
What?
That's not the legal standard.
I know.
It's beyond a reasonable doubt. And it's Lana's trial, not Gant's trial. So
This is also
all
very
it's got to do is create a single reasonable doubt.
Which I've already done.
See,
Like, come on.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you
My
have.
job
Over
is
and
done.
over.
Pay me, let's go. Victim's memo.
Okay.
There's traces of blood. Found at crime scene. Wrapped in the muffler. That we already did.
Yeah, that. It's got to be something recent or from the beginning.
I don't know.
Go back to the beginning, evidence. Okay. Goodman was not stabbed with Edgeworth's knife. He was stabbed with an SL9 knife, right?
Yeah, and then Lana stabbed him with Edgeworth's knife afterwards.
So he was connected to the SL9 case. Is that it? I don't know if that's conclusive, though.
No, I think I feel like we don't actually have any concrete evidence. Everything is kind of flimsy, and the judge is seeming really, really picky.
We can't not have concrete evidence. We're not going to get another search.
Well, sometimes they...
We're definitely
Part.
not.
Like, it's the third day of the trial.
We're trying to figure out that he murdered Goodman. So this all has to do with the other stuff. So, Goodman stuff. It's not that... I think it's the SL9 knife is all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got, too. Any thoughts?
Dylan?
Jet has no thoughts for you.
I'm asking you, Dylan.
I am the chat avatar at this point, sorry.
You have no thoughts, head empty?
Head empty. Listen, I want Gant to get off here. I don't want to help you.
Oh, wow.
Oh, come on!
That's not Edgeworth anymore. You've un-Edgeworthed yourself. Yeah, maybe I didn't have to present is what I was saying, but I don't think I can go back now.
No, for sure you had to present. I think you did.
Okay, then I'm gonna present the knife. That's all I got. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, you know, that's what I'm gonna do.
It's the only thing that makes sense in my mind.
Alright. Take that! Oh, no.
So, what exactly is this evidence? I don't know, the music stopped.
It's proof as to whether or not it's enough to demonstrate the chief's guilt. I'll let you be the judge.
But I am the judge.
Oh, right. What do you think, Your Honor? No.
I'm scared.
No!
Ah, fudge! Really? Oh, that's not fair. What I think, Mr. Wright, is I'm going to be late for lunch.
Wait, are you the Attorney General? What? I guess that wasn't enough.
That's code. Crap.
Please, Your Honor, give me just a little longer to consider.
Something.
No, I think we're going into, like, recess.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. Damon Gant is the current chief of police.
Because this isn't the usual, like, you got it wrong, try again. You know, like, this is different.
Huh. Okay, maybe you're right. This court will not tolerate any accusations against him without concrete proof. Well, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor.
Do you have any concrete proof?
I think that the way they're saying, like, concrete proof, like, I don't have any of that.
I thought we did, but I guess not. This is why I'm not the lawyer.
Yeah, I don't think I have proof. I think we just looked through our evidence and all of it was kind of like, we know it's Gant, but, you know, judges, like, really...
Can you call any witness you want still, or no?
I think that
not at the moment right now.
Sad.
Yeah, it's no use showing evidence if I'm not even sure of myself. No, Your Honor. I have no conclusive evidence. I think we have to... I feel like the game is pushing to get Lana to, like, break out and testify. I feel like that's where we're going with this.
Worth a shot.
Judge.
We had enough health. I'm not worried.
In that case, this court is forced to penalize you for your accusations against Steve.
No! This is not what I wanted! What?
Here's a tip. Never gamble when you can't afford to lose, Righto.
Well, I kind of could afford to lose.
Seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, Edgy. I'll leave the rest to you.
I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright. This is an affront to a senior officer in our nation's law enforcement agency.
Am I gonna get another penalty? What? Oh, thank God.
Objection. Tap. Lady Luck, Maybe we should have a word with her.
It is gonna be Lana. It is gonna be Lana.
Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean?
There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial.
Yeah, it's gonna be Lana.
We haven't yet had the honor of hearing her testimony.
A lady who knows the truth. Another witness.
In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony.
But she again has invoked his right to refuse to testify.
There's still someone else. One more witness who can answer all the questions.
And I wouldn't have called Gant a lady.
Raised in this trial. Someone right in this very room.
Mr. Edgeworth, who is this person?
Why are you asking me, Your Honor? Have you forgotten? The defense is the one calling witnesses today.
Oh, you're putting a lot of faith in me, Edgeworth. But, I appreciate it.
Mr. Wright, does such a witness exist?
I think it does. She may not be willing to tell the truth, but we can't just stop now. Yes, Your Honor. The defense calls forth. I think it's Lana Sky. That's all we got.
It's gotta be.
Alright, no objections.
Yeah,
Woo! Take that!
The defendant, Miss Lana Sky?
She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 p.m. on February 21st. Her task, to dispose of the victim's body. Tap! In accordance with a certain someone's orders.
Mr.
didn't he-
Edgeworth.
Didn't he just penalize you for saying that with not conclusive proof, and then you said it again?
I didn't actually use Gant's name, I think.
A certain someone?
Yeah, Judge is not very
Your Honor.
smart, Dylan.
Technicalities, Your Honor.
I could have been talking about anyone.
I could have.
The prosecution has no objections, Your Honor.
Very well. The court will now take its final recess for the day. In 50 minutes, we will reconvene to hear the defendant's testimony. This court is now in
Okay, we're gonna see who it is.
Okay. Huh?
Oh. Dylan, say hold on.
Hold on!
Mars.
Chief Gant, I thought you were going to eat. I'm sorry, I thought that was Gant.
Listen good, Lana.
He's talking to Lana. This is not allowed.
That's not one.
Bailiff,
not
get
it.
him out of here.
I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claims,
Bailiff, give him the slap slap. He's not allowed to do this.
there will be terrible consequences.
You ever just slap your screen to slap the character on the screen because they deserve it that bad? No, just me?
What? Your Honor. That's right. I'm openly threatening the courtroom. But more importantly, your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder.
The judge literally said that he didn't count that as murder, and while that is hypocritical of him, it's his choice.
Everything about this man is hypocritical.
This isn't good.
Of course, you never support such outrageous claims anyway, right? Just something to think about.
Gant,
Toodles.
Gant, you're walking a very thin line that you have way stepped over.
All right then.
And he knows it.
I've got a lunch date to meet.
Okay, there's definitely some blackmail on Judge. I don't know. Because Judge should not be putting up with this shit.
Okay, if there aren't any further objections, this court is now in recess. Finally, I can go eat my tuna melt.
God.
Dun dun.
February 25th, 2:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2.
Looks like we managed to stay in the game.
Yeah, thanks to your help, Edgeworth. Couldn't have done it without you, buddy. Pal? Mate?
That chief. He's something else, eh, pals?
Detective Gumshoe!
Ah, I'm not a detective anymore, remember? You cost me my job.
But your name means Detective, so you're just no longer Detective, you're just Detective, you know? So you're still Detective Gumshoe, it's just instead of but yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, that's how I pay my bills, pal. I just tell him my name means detective. Don't worry. I've already decided where I want to work now. At your office.
Uh-oh.
Can he, though? Like, can he, though? My office.
Sure. I'll take the place of that top-knotted girl you used to work with.
I don't know if I ever actually paid her, so... Who do you mean? Maya?
I unironically forgot Maya had a top knot. I needed that.
Oh
Thank
my
you, game.
God.
Still, looks like we're all out of moves now.
Never.
Chief Gant's done it again. How is it he always gets the upper hand?
Can the like theme of the game just being getting everybody who doesn't work in the Phoenix and Co the Wright and Co offices to work at the Wright and Co offices?
No.
Can that be the whole overall?
No.
I don't think that's how that works.
That's so sad. It's not fair. He has the right to refuse to testify.
Settle down, Wright. Save that passion for later. Remember what the judge said?
Edgeworth, you can't keep doing this. I can't focus.
But Chief, that is not a right to be casually invoked.
The snort marks.
There are certain risks to be considered. Don't make me laugh while I'm doing my judge voice.
Oh, no promises.
Clearly.
Risks? What did he mean by that?
He looks sussy-wussy.
It's simple. There's a board game by the name... If the chief refuses to testify, the opposite is also holds true.
I'm gonna assume this is Emma.
I don't think Lana uses exclamation points, so yeah. Okay, I have it memorized.
Yep.
You mean he forfeits his rights to say anything too?
Emma, are you okay?
Yeah, when I came to, I was in the medical office. I've been listening to the trial from the gallery.
So she heard everything that's been going on.
Yes,
Emma,
gallery view.
I'm sorry
Best
for
seat in the house.
what I said before.
No, don't be. It was the truth. You know, it's funny. I almost feel somehow relieved.
That's good, but relieved, really?
Yeah, now I finally know what really happened. To think that all this time, my sister was being blackmailed by that terrible man. And she did it all just to protect me.
Ever since her appointment as chief prosecutor, everyone who knew her said she changed. Perhaps it was easier that way for her. What do you mean? What do you think I mean? To follow Chief Gant's orders.
She's not that bright, Edward. You should know.
She must have shut herself up deep inside. To force herself to do anything and everything the Chief told her to do.
That must be why she became so cold.
It was all my fault.
You meant well.
It's all because I murdered Mr. Marshall.
Honestly, this is one of those things where she just should have done nothing and you would have been fine. Just maybe traumatic.
Hey, don't go blaming yourself now. You wanna blame anyone? Blame society, pal.
Oh, Gumshoe, you're so bright. Murder's not
When in
murder.
doubt, blame
Let's
society.
go on strike. Murder's not all murder's murder.
Not all homicide is murder, please.
Not all death is murder. Yeah, not all homicide is
Not
murder.
all death is murder.
But they said all murder is murder in the game, so they don't have a difference.
No, if you're a young child, then you murdered someone. No question about it.
She wasn't
If you're
that
a
young. She
teen,
was 14.
There's some
but
wiggle room. If you're an adult, oh, there's no way you could have murdered anyone. We gotta prove that left and right and up and down, backwards and forwards.
yeah,
Chief Gant may be able to fool everyone else with his forgery.
I disagree, Jamie, solely for the fact that my gut says both Edgeworth was, if he did end up killing his father by throwing that gun, and with Emma doing this, my gut tells me that they would not have gotten charges, and if I'm correct, well, we know with the Edgeworth one, they would not have gotten charges, so it's not that confusing. In real life, this is more confusing.
And this one wouldn't be murder either.
Yeah, exactly.
But he can't fool my memory. I remember now. I knocked Mr. Marshall into that armor.
I see.
Well, we better get back. It's time for the final act.
Emma, why don't you wait here?
No, I'm going with you.
Uh,
I want to be there. When Mana tells the truth.
Let's go, Wright. It's time to end this.
He holds out his hand. I take his hand. He leads me into the courtroom.
Would you like me to write you a fanfiction, Ori?
I bet
Oh my
there's
God.
enough.
Yes, she would.
Oh
I'll
my
answer
God.
that for her.
I want you to finish the other fanfiction, Mars.
Oh God.
All in due
Where we-
time. All in due time.
Where are we going, Milano?
No,
No,
that's not fanfiction.
not yet.
Oh, not yet. No.
Oh, I saved twice. My apologies. I'm just really needed to save.
You're making extra sure.
Exactly.
Dun, dun.
February 25th, 2:22 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. I love how Phoenix poses. He's very sassy.
He is. Now then. Will the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, please take the stand?
Miss Lana Sky, you and the chief prosecutor. That's not a question. That's just so if people forgot. No, they're now reminded. But I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you.
But, Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything.
Don't I know it?
You all know that I've done these. You know all that I've done these past 2 years, as do all you know what I've done these past 2 years.
What? The fuck? You know what? Maybe she is guilty, Your Honor.
No, Edgeworth, no, not after all of this.
Oh,
This is the turn off, Edgeworth.
she's been in jail for a couple days. Leave her alone.
Very true.
Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Sky. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth. I'm only telling you this because it's important to your character development. Of course, the truth.
My truth. Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister. Aw.
Mhm.
That's just biologically true. She's not reassuring you.
No,
I mean, she is a scientist.
We've come full circle.
Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gant.
Oh?
No.
Not that kind.
Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have to get Gant, Lana. Please, please, please.
All right, time to lie through my teeth. I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma.
Are you sure about this testimony?
Even the judge thinks it's
Even
sussy-wussy.
I'm questioning it.
Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course I'm sure.
Man, this is some heavy blackmail if she's like, I will die.
Lana!
If this is true, then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this.
Lies, lies, lies.
That's what I've been telling you from the beginning.
Rumor has it he has got the blackmail on you.
Please, Mr. Wright, you've got to help her. She's sacrificing everything because of me. And herself. That's everything.
But
I'm sorry, I don't know what is with me in these lines tonight, guys. I just want to give it my own spin, apparently.
But what if she's telling the truth? Phoenix, Phoenix, Phoenix.
She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony.
Huh? Yeah, this is no time to start second-guessing myself.
The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Phoenix, you're second-guessing yourself after Lana literally was like, someone called me on the phone and told me to dispose of the body.
Yeah, not the time, dude. And you know that.
I mean, we gotta press because that's how this works, you know?
Indeed.
Hold it! How many years exactly?
Ever since I made senior detective. Let's see, I was 24 then, so that would be 5 years.
Detective Gant and Detective Sky were legendary partners. I personally saw them testify in numerous cases.
She must have been good, coming from the same school as Mia.
Damon Gant was a respectable detective. That's why.
Was. Hold it!
Suspense.
Stop! But think about it, Miss Sky. You yourself even said past tense, and you didn't murder.
Oh,
Murder. You didn't murder Detective Goodman. You told me as much yesterday in jail.
You still don't get it, do you, Mr. Wright? Any testimony you cannot present in court is as useless as idle gossip.
Hearsay? 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 Dylan?
Are you saying it's hearsay? Yes.
Yay! I got it right!
I stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife,
After he was already dead. Yeah, we know this.
and
Hold it! Did you do so to help your sister?
Joe Dark was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life.
Can I think about how...
And end it.
Well, yeah, but also... Oh, see, that I didn't want that incident to ruin her life does state that she did it for Emma and not, you know, because otherwise it wouldn't have been ruining. It would have just ended her life. You're right. But also, wouldn't technically Dark killing Emma also have been conviction enough for Dark to get put away? I don't know. I don't know.
I mean...
I don't know.
Yeah?
I don't know.
But, like, that would be a dead sister.
Yeah, that's true, but she said
that
she
would
did
be-
it all to get Dark convicted. That's all I'm saying. But what she did was justifiable self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything.
That's not the point.
It kind of is.
She was traumatized that day all because of that creep. That's why I couldn't forgive him.
So it was for Emma.
Mana.
So that's why you fabricated the evidence 2 years ago.
Beep, boop, beep, boop. You say you did this all by yourself.
Yes.
Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. We're getting to the nitty-gritty.
The music stopped. Tap.
It seems I was the first person to discover the crime scene.
I'm waiting for those contradictions, Lana.
What the fuck?
We're gonna prove you innocent whether you like it or not.
There it is. It's already screwed up. There it is. Done.
The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body.
See? See? Hold
Yeah,
on.
That's already...
Hold on. More? Okay, hold on. More than it just being... Yeah, more than she just already fucked up, right? More than that. If she's saying that the broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body, how did that get there? We've never talked about how that got there. We never talked about how that got in there.
It was assumed
It
that
should have been the
Emma...
spear. She should have found him hanging on the spear. And now, well, that's true. Why? This is not that knife.
Yeah, this is completely wrong.
Tap. What?
Yeah, me too, Phoenix. Me too.
Yep.
That don't make any
Prosecutor Marshall
sense.
died from an unfortunate accident.
That's only a situation you dreamed was possible.
So it wasn't Emma. So I think I'm right. I think Gant framed Emma to frame Lana to do the whole thing. I think that's where I'm going.
Here's the thing that was always getting me. Why would Neil Marshall write Emma's name in blood as he's dying?
Yeah.
And also doing it while hanging off a suit of armor.
Yeah. There's
Like,
no way.
No.
No.
That's too damn far-fetched.
I'm feeling this.
The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change this statement.
You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark?
That's not possible, because Prosecutor Marshall's the one who had the broken thingy.
Something like that?
Sussy wussy!
So she's saying no.
Mm-hmm.
If that is so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife.
Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away.
It was totally Gant. It was totally Gant. I am
Oh, how could it not
putting
be?
my money on this. They did a hoopty-scoopty-loopty, but there's no way.
It was probably knocked away in the struggle.
That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with more lies. Oh, Phoenix. I don't know.
All just to protect me.
I
That's
I don't
true love.
don't.
So, when you found the scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to.
Yes.
And then moved the body. You planted the tip of Dark's blade in the knife and
What? Huh?
But why? Why would you do that?
You, of all people, should know, Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders.
Well, yes, of course, and explain it for everyone else who obviously isn't following.
my head isn't that bad, but maybe I ought to ask for the sake of the others. Oh, which one?
I just said that.
Which one?
Hmm.
I'm gonna say, why did you move the body? She should have just switched the knives, right? She literally,
Yeah.
if he was indeed
Yeah,
killed
why-
by Dark,
Why overcomplicate it?
exactly. If he was indeed killed by Dark, she should have just switched the knives, planted the thing to prove that it was actually Dark who killed it, because otherwise it was kind of ambiguous who was holding the prosecutor's sword. I think it's, why did you move the body? When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body?
It was where you deduced it was. By Chief Gant's desk. That's not where all that blood was.
But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there?
The reason for that is simple.
Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason Miss Sky moved the body.
Pieces of the jar. You mean?
Yes, that wretched jar you showed us earlier. In order to show that Dark committed the crime, I felt it would be more expedient to move the body.
So, when you first found the body, the jar was already...
Of course, it had been shattered to pieces.
Then how did he write on it?
Yeah. If you looked at the crime scene, it would be clear what happened right away.
Oh, and what was that?
Neil Marshall was dead, and Dark was lying unconscious.
I don't know why they keep showing this if we've kind of like, we're in between what happened here.
In other words, the jar must have been broken during their struggle.
I see.
What's the matter, Emma?
Apparently, the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed. But I have a feeling there's more to it than that.
I agree. There
Man,
must be a
we were about to
contradiction
give
here
up.
somewhere.
Well, because her name is written on the whole of that jar.
Yeah, you couldn't
Not
have
just
written
one
it on like
singular
pieces.
piece. It wasn't in pieces
Yeah.
at
We
all.
were about to give up, but then Emma was like, we gotta keep going, and then now I think we should keep going.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyway, I committed this fabrication completely alone.
Hold it! So you rearranged the crime scene. Are you sure you didn't do it to keep Emma from looking like the murderer?
How many times do I have to tell you, Mr. Wright? Emma didn't do it. Period.
Are you so desperate to hide that fact? You're willing to risk the death sentence.
She's lying. She did it so I wouldn't be blamed for what happened. In any
A
case,
good prosecutor would know that, like, Emma would have gotten off, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
as a prosecutor, what I've done is unpardonable.
Well, technically speaking, nothing's unpardonable because state crimes can be pardoned by the governor, and federal crimes can be pardoned by the president.
Also, Jamie, while that might be true that Emma is like, now I remember that I killed him, Edgeworth was also like, now I remembered that I shot my father, and that wasn't the truth in the end, so I take that with a grain of salt.
We have learned from this game. There's nothing I can do to make up for my actions. Mr. Wright, my sister's lying!
Looks like she's determined to protect you to the end. She insists she fabricated the evidence by herself.
There's no way she could have done it alone.
I agree. I've got to get Lana to talk more. If she's lying, then she's bound to slip up and make a contradiction, which she did. Okay, so what do we want to present where?
Let's see.
This one was the...
No, I don't think it's that one. Pieces of the jar shattered during
You
the
think
event.
we want to show the
The
jar?
blood... Yes, the
Okay,
bloody
alright,
Emma word.
Alright. Tab?
She's saying it shattered during the struggle.
Yeah, but how could
he
there
have
been
written
this
his name
whole
across
thing
the
on it?
full vase if it was in pieces?
Yep. Ready? We're
Yeah.
doing it.
Whichever one that
Pretty
says
sure.
Emma.
I feel
Objection!
confident.
Miss
Feel good.
Sky, the music stopped because I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister.
You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered?
Yes, but there was a forgery before that forgery. That forged the forgery. If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life, Tap will have been in vain. Even so, I'm compelled to bring everyone's attention to a significant contradiction within your testimony.
Contradiction in my testimony.
You testified, and I quote, The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threaten my plan.
That's right. Also, that's a terrible impression of me.
Yeah, really.
Wow, I
trying
think
to
you need
be-
a throat lozenge after that one.
I was trying to be Phoenix being Lana instead of just Ori
Well,
being
it seems
Lana.
like we had witness to another murder in this courtroom. because
No.
she just
The
butchered
murder
that
of her
testimony.
vocal folds. Oh, gee.
Hmm.
Do you have a problem with that?
It's simple. It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood.
Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments.
Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies, or where you have lied. In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must have not yet been broken before he died. Tap, he couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar. At least not like that.
Order! Order!
Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regard to this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing something critical here.
Something critical?
Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are
Oh, it's Gant. Oh, it's Gant. Oh, it's Gant.
about the truth towards which we're headed.
Oh, it's Gant. Oh, it's Gant. Oh, it's Gant.
What?
Just tell us exactly what you saw.
Gimme.
We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth. TM.
Very well. The witness may now continue her testimony.
I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out.
Yo, Dark!
Mhm.
To be safe, I wiped away the blood.
What?
The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all.
Mm.
All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered.
Mhm.
You mean you're the one who wiped away the message in blood?
But he put the one in the safe so that she couldn't wipe it away.
I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence.
Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
This trial is going to all kinds of places.
Oh, that startled me. Thank you for the follow. Your turn, my turn. I have
Oh.
put it so that it says either I say tap or Dylan says objection when like certain things happen. And so I heard myself say tap, and I was like,
Whoa.
where did that come from? Because I thought maybe I had unmuted one of the streams or something. And I was like, oh god. But no.
You're like, but I didn't say tap.
I didn't say tap. But no, I mean I did, but not because of that. Thank you, your turn, my turn. Alright.
Thank you so much for the follow.
Hold it! So, the jar was already broken?
It's a miracle that thing hadn't broken earlier.
Vibe.
It certainly looks as feeble as the defense's case.
Oh my god.
What?
Bang,
That's
bang.
highly, highly inappropriate.
Oh. But not as feeble as the judge's judgment!
Should have
You were
said
an
it out
ace
loud,
detective.
Phoenix.
It's true. You were an ace detective. Nice. Who never missed a detail. Do you really expect us to believe?
Oh.
You didn't investigate what was written on the jar pieces?
Mm-hmm.
Normally I would have.
Dying over here. Hold it! So, you didn't know your sister's name was written on the jar?
Then why wipe it away?
Mm-hmm.
No, if I had known, I would have gathered all the pieces and ground them to dust.
You know what? Maybe. Well, that helps my case. Oh yeah, it does.
Lana, you'd do that for me?
Aw, see? It's such nice. It seems you two might make up yet.
Anyway, I just barely had enough time to move the body as it was.
If someone happened upon the scene, you'd lose your chance to erase the evidence. You must have been in a hurry.
I was. I knew I had to destroy the evidence before anyone came.
This is rather shocking.
Alright. I'm afraid this action of yours reveals what really happened.
What do you mean?
If you really thought Dark killed Prosecutor Marshall, I said it right. You wouldn't have wiped away the blood.
What else could I have done in that situation? Mana, I only had a few moments. There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up the pieces.
Boop, beep, boop. But how could you see without power out? It should have been pitch black in that office.
A detective is always prepared, Mr. Wright.
I couldn't see what was written on it. It was dark. I had a flashlight. What? What?
Even now, I always carry a pocket light and a camera with me.
I mean, yes, everyone should. It's called a cell phone nowadays. But what?
Even I carry a bottle of emergency luminol wherever I go.
That's very different.
You never know if you'll find blood at Chuck E. Cheese.
No,
Oh my gosh.
you probably will. You probably will.
Hey, air hockey gets intense.
I never miss anything. I got every last piece.
Oh,
No, you
this
didn't.
is false. There's a big part of an M there. Beep, boop, beep, boop. So, you illegally rearranged the crime scene.
Yes. I don't have any excuse for my actions. I'm so sorry, Lana. I didn't know. I've treated you so badly all this time.
Kind of her fault. It's not too late. There's still plenty of time to make up because she won't be getting the death sentence. We're getting to the bottom of this incident.
No doubt this day will leave a permanent stain on the history of the prosecutor's office. As if we
Aw.
didn't have enough.
More contradictions have surfaced in her testimony.
Oh yeah, she's floundering. Your sister's really putting up a fight, though. She must really care about you. Still, she's not doing this the right way. I think I've finally figured out the contradictions in her testimony. There's one final possibility that might turn everything around. Oh, I hope it is what I hope it is. Alright. Blood traces on the jar. Dark in the room, didn't have time to check it out. Wiped away the blood. Fragments were large, so she knew she got them all, but she couldn't.
She did
But-
not get them all.
Yeah. I think we show the vase again, yeah?
I think
Okay.
so. Yeah. Because there was that big hunk in the middle.
Yeah,
missing,
that was literally in a safe.
along with a whole bunch of other incriminating stuff against Emma.
But, like, she definitely didn't get it all.
I'm pretty sure she gave it to Gant to keep safe, or Gant was keeping it to hold
No,
over her head. That's blackmail,
bet what happened.
right?
I bet what happened, right? Gant fabricated the whole thing. Gant killed Neil, right? Gant fabricated it being Emma that killed Neil because he knew that Lana would want to protect Emma and he could blackmail her for it and he could have this clause in the prosecutor's office, right? So he specifically, after crushing the vase that wrote the thing on it, took that one piece and put it in his safe, right?
Mhm.
To keep from her. I think, so then he always had it as blackmail, right? Like he always had it. I think that's
Okay.
what it is. I don't know what else I
I'm
can
leaning
present.
for that. Yeah, vase.
Yeah,
It's gotta be.
alright.
He had the hunk of vase in his safe.
Objection! Miss Sky, I believe this jar conceals the truth. Even you were unaware of. I'm so excited. I need it to begin.
It's
Phoenix.
very inappropriate to laugh during a trial.
I think it's a bit worse than laughter. Phoenix, you might want to take a moment to compose yourself.
I need it to begin. I need it to begin.
What?
We found the final piece of the jar in Chief Gant's safe.
In the chief's safe? But how?
I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it.
The witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off them.
Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. Tap! On the night the prosecutor marshal was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Gant got there before you. Yes, I need it to be this.
But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece?
No. Objection! Tap! I'm afraid that's unlikely, Your Honor. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective with a flashlight.
That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Why, even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along.
Oh my
Can you
god.
believe that?
Oh my god,
Objection.
Judge, are you the final evolution of Meekins?
Yes.
God.
Objection. Have you forgotten, Your Honor? Well, it seems like yes, you have, but when this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken.
that?
There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness.
I hope you're not implying this person was Chief Kent at the time he was looking for Dark downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, why would he break the jar?
Objection, Tap! The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that?
Couldn't do it.
No! Wait. I'm not the one on trial here,
Oh, we'll have to find out, Jamie.
but my poor Gant.
Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness.
The judge is a Gant simp. Oh my god.
Just like Dylan.
We all are, aren't we? Yes! He proceeded to break the jar and purposely hid one of the broken pieces. Question. What is this action called?
Oh. Fabrication of evidence, my dear Edgeworth.
But why would Chief Gant do that?
In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear?
What happened afterwards?
Discovering the scene, Lana Sky believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark. Sparing Emma, and therein lies the reason. The reason why Miss Sky became the chief's puppet.
Ugh. No, I did it on my own. Please, Sis, stop trying to protect the chief.
And don't bite your thumb off, you need that.
I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake.
Oh, I think we're gonna get it, Jamie.
No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients.
Oof. Foul lies? Imagine that, coming from my own client.
I guess you do seem like the type who likes to twist the truth.
When have I done this? Wait a minute. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap?
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright?
Everything. Lana may be right after all. Yes, 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 yes.
What do you mean, right?
So you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright?
No, that's not what it tapped. Miss Sky, please testify once more.
But
If evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie.
But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall.
Oh. Miss Sky, if you will, I'm debating. What if the drawing is of Gant looming over Prosecutor Marshall and not Dark?
That's what I've been thinking.
That's
for
what
a
I'm
while,
sitting here thinking.
honestly.
Because why is he
Couldn't make out
cowering
any
like that?
details.
Right? Yeah.
Well, that's just what people look like to short people. They're all towering.
Mars would know.
I would. I'm very experienced in that area. I can't.
There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. Cat, However, there is a possibility that it will. If you tell the truth.
Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
All right. The witness may testify once more for the final time.
Let's go. The actual crime scene. Hoop boop boop boop.
What the fuck?
Let me be.
Excited robot noises.
I was Eli all along. No.
When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent.
Unbelievable. The body was impaled on the armorer's sword?
You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof.
Actually, I do have proof.
Remember what I said about having a camera?
Huh?
I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning.
What? To me?
It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it.
Is it in the book and I'm just an idiot?
I thought it might be needed.
But I don't remember receiving a picture like that.
Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright? She really does have faith in you.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please present this picture.
What? I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana.
Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right?
It's in the book, I guess.
Yeah.
I seem to remember getting something from her then.
Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere.
I mean, it's this. Oh, okay, now I can check it. See, it literally wouldn't let me do that before. Very upsetting.
I didn't expect you to know until this part.
Oh. Oh! Hey.
Ooh. Oh.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Ooh. Hey!
Yikes.
There's a picture in here, and it's way more gruesome than that little animatic we've been seeing constantly over and over and over again. Ooh.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh my.
Wow. I think this is the worst one we've seen. Damn.
Should you be showing this to a 17-year-old, Mr. Wright? I'm
It's
underage
fine.
and I can't even see an R-rated movie yet.
You're 16, and look, it has the thing cut out of his jacket, though.
It does. Already.
Yeah.
This is the actual crime scene.
So it was before Lana got there.
Yeah. It was cut out before Lana got there. Gant. No other detective saw the crime scene like this.
Except Gant.
Because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had rearranged everything. Mr. Wright!
Yeah.
He's cut out from his vest! Could that be...
I'm right on board with you, Emma. The cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe. As I said, what was this?
This is a handprint, isn't it? That cloth. It had fingerprints on it.
Yeah, but it had your fingerprints on it.
Whosever fingerprints those are must be the real murderer.
I think it was Emma's, right? I feel like we confirmed that it was
It
Emma's.
was Emma's. We
was.
confirmed that. He hid the truth from Emma, remember?
Yeah. What? But those fingerprints, they're yours, Emma.
Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright?
I just had an ice pop during recess, and it just showed up now.
Tap. Anyway,
Worst excuse ever.
save those lips for later, right? Let's
Oh
get on with the cross-examination.
no!
So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer.
Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Oh god. All right. I mean, I'm gonna press. I feel like we should anyway. You know.
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't
What?
do anything.
Uh-oh!
What the fuck? Come now, Urgy. This is
You went to
the poorest...
lunch. Get out of here.
I eat quick. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen.
He doesn't even chew, he just inhales.
Ah!
Truth Gurnt.
Well, now you want to make me out as the bad guy too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two for my defense.
You had a chance. I called you to the stand already, and you left. Objection. Oh,
Objection. I'm afraid it's too late for that.
got to me before.
What?
This is that risk. He can't testify again.
Yes.
He
thank you, Cameron. You've already declined to testify.
Nah, 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 nah.
In reality, it would actually work backward. Because he decided to testify, he would have waived his right to not testify.
But then we would have been able to kept talking with him before, so
Yes.
they've taken it this way instead.
Ah.
Which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort.
This must be that risk we were talking about earlier.
Just sit back, relax,
Oh, Edgeworth.
and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your neck.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Man.
Edgeworth, top tier character. My God.
My
I
boy.
really should move
guy.
the taser out of my left breast pocket.
Okay, Judge is a Gant simp. Ori and I are Edgeworth simps.
Oh yeah, hella Edgeworth Sims.
I mean, I'm also an Edgeworth sim.
Yeah,
don't
but
worry.
Dylan, Edgeworth or Gant, you gotta choose.
I mean,
you
obviously
can't simp
Edgeworth.
for two.
Look at that. The winning side.
So what? You think I'm worried?
Very, actually.
Yeah.
Sorry to disappoint you. But I don't need to make it a statement.
I hate you.
I'd ask you what you mean, but that sounds an awful lot like a statement to me. The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence.
No, you can't. What the fuck is this? Please, this is a bastardization
What
of our
is
court
this
rules.
human being?
Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean... You still have some conclusive evidence?
No, I don't. But someone does.
Someone.
So, what's your excuse, Rado?
So I think the result here is sadly that Emma did it, but actually Gant fabricated the whole thing, which makes me sad. But he definitely killed
I
Goodman,
honestly-
so we're good there.
Yeah. And it'll all loop around somehow.
He was a good man. Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right?
No, I don't, because that would have been illegally, acquiring evidence, and I don't want to get charged for that.
Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death? Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt?
I hate this man.
Me too.
Is that true, Mr. Wright?
If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as a murderer.
Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now. And if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries.
What do I do now? I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall? I think I gotta.
I don't think you have a choice here.
I think I gotta
think
do
you
it.
should. I think you do have a
I don't
choice.
see it working out a different way, because if you don't show, Gant's gonna come down on you even harder and back you into even more of a corner, right? And you also face a penalty for that.
Yeah.
I think you have no choice. And Emma's been saying the whole time, like, Lana, stop protecting me. I'm thinking show.
You should definitely show it.
You think I should show it?
You should show it.
Okay, I'm gonna save first.
What? No. We ain't doing no save
save.
coming.
Please
You are
save.
committing.
Nope, no, we're not.
Ori, I'm telling you right now, if you reload that save, you will lose me as a voice actor for the remainder of this turnabout.
Dylan, my question for you is that if I were to not, if this goes wrong, right, and we lose, if this goes wrong and we lose, you want to force a stream to play this entire fucking last half of the court thing again?
So long as you don't reload the save manually, and you don't throw the case and just lose all your life.
I'm not
that
trying
you
to throw the
didn't invoke
case.
my ire. Alright. But if you reload that save because you made a bad choice,
I am going to click show evidence, Dylan. That is what you want. I saved. Okay? If this is wrong and this is game over, we're reloading from where I just saved.
yeah, if it's game over, that's fine.
Yeah, if
but
it's full,
reloading it
no,
just
no, no.
because there's
I
an
don't care about life.
unfavorable result.
I don't care about life. I'm saying we die. The end. Okay?
Yeah,
That's
no,
what
like
I'm
game
saying.
over. We fucked
Yeah.
up.
I'm not.
I'm okay with that. I'm
Review
okay
the
with
law
that.
book first. All right, review the law book first. I don't want to do
I
it.
guess we should study.
No evidence shall be shown without approval of the police department. Unregistered evidence must be relevant to the case on trial. So does it mean that this is doesn't this mean that this is unregistered evidence? So I don't have to show it.
What is?
The piece of cloth. It has not been added to the court record technically. We've never shown it in court. We've never done anything with it in court. It's unregistered evidence.
I think you're thinking about that too hard, because I think unregistered just means it's not in your inventory.
No,
Well-
no. I don't think that's true. We
It
have
must
this
be
book,
relevant to the case on trial, so you can present it even if it's unregistered. That's what the rule is
but
saying.
I don't have to present it as what it seems to be allowing me to do because
The
I
judge
don't
is
have
saying-
evidence.
The judge is saying
I don't
that
know if I want
you
to
need
do
to present.
it now, though,
Why not?
because I don't want to prove that it's Emma, and it's
But it
giving
is.
me an out.
But this is
It's not giving you an out, though.
No, it is because it's unregistered,
No,
so I
it's
don't
not.
technically have
I
evidence.
don't think unregistered evidence is working the way you think it's working.
Okay,
fact that
I
it's
want everybody to make a vote.
unregistered.
Okay.
Chat can make
Oh,
a
wait,
vote.
wait, wait.
Remember,
Dylan-
Wait,
7-year-olds
oh,
have to play
no,
this game.
no.
You can't think too complicated.
No, but
No.
okay,
Stop,
that
stop,
proves
stop.
my point.
Look at Rule 2, Ori. See where it says unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial? All that's saying is that you are able to present evidence that wasn't previously registered, like in the court record, so long as it's relevant.
Okay. Still, back to Mars's statement that 7-year-olds have to play this. I would say 7-year-olds don't incriminate Emma. And that leads to that one. I want
You're not a
chat.
7-year-old.
I want chat to vote as well. Because I'm uncertain.
The whole
I
first
say
act,
show evidence.
you were maligning Edgeworth for concealing evidence, for making shit up, and now you want to be someone who's hiding the truth?
You're right.
Okay, Jamie says
Alright.
show.
Alright, I'm gonna show it. I'll show it. Oh, I have to go back. Show evidence. Yes, Your Honor. I do have further evidence.
All right, the time's finally come to show it to them.
I did save, Jamie. I did save.
Those prints have got to be the Chief's.
Oh! Oh!
Now then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall.
Alright. Emma, I'm sorry.
It's a piece of leather cloth?
Yes, it most likely was cut from the victim's vest near his chest.
What's this? There's a big handprint on it. Surely it must have been left on the cloth by whoever shoved the victim onto the sword.
What? Whose fingerprints are on this?
I'm sure Rhino has checked, haven't you?
I am so stressed out right now.
Well, whose are they?
They're Miss Skies, Emma Skies.
What? They're mine?
I'm going to keel over dead. I'm dying.
Please don't.
So, I really did do it.
See? I told you it was conclusive.
Objection, Tap! But this was found in your safe. That means it's possible you forged it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but what matters is that it was cut out before Lana took the picture? Phoenix? Come on!
And Lana was the one cleaning up the evidence.
Yeah!
I don't remember any cloth in my safe. Do you really expect me to believe that?
Objection! Tap! But...
Objection! Give it up, Mr. Wright. It's over. You shouldn't have presented that. By presenting that evidence, you tied Emma Sky to Neil Marshall's death.
No!
It appears we have our
Did we do this wrong?
I think we did this wrong. No. You guys, it's all your fault. No.
We're not supposed to present evidence? How does that make sense?
Everything hinged on that point. In the end, Lana alone was found guilty on all accounts.
Yes!
How dare both of you? This is both of your faults. Oh my
We
god!
did it!
Done that to us before.
We did it!
You're the... Dylan? Fuck you, Dylan. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence that I can present at this point in time. Remember, I'm Sherlock Holmes too, so I did like a discombobulation, and I saw what would happen if I showed the evidence in the first place. So I'm not showing evidence, okay?
What? You lie! You save scum! There's no explanation!
I'm seriously wondering how they're gonna make this work in our favor. I genuinely want to know.
Chief Gant?
You opened my safe!
That's how.
I know you took it in time.
So he's admitting he knew the cloth was in there.
Yeah.
The conclusive
I
evidence.
see. 7-year-olds are supposed to figure that out, really? Okay, I'm dumber than a 7-year-old.
I think they're
apparently.
just supposed to want to save Lana. Emma, I think, is the point.
You know,
I don't know
when
what
they
you're
start
talking
about penalties and things, and we got a health bar, I'm thinking, do the right thing and the game will work out. Mr.
Nope.
Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together.
Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. Cap, what are you talking about, Chief Gand?
Yeah, see, we're trying to get him to say it. That's the problem.
Can't you
That's the angle.
take a good look at this picture? See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area besides the copious amount of blood?
Yeah, he's too hung up on trying to, like, get me to say it that he's incriminating himself. That's the angle they went for.
Okay. So the angle is let him talk and he'll put himself in jail.
Yeah.
It looks like part of it's been cut out for some reason.
Okay. I see birthday cake.
I actually disagree with birthday cake.
Oh.
You
That's
mean
what
you
the game
had
seems to be
this
saying.
in your safe? No, I disagree as well.
Alright.
What? That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence? This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department. One of several, actually. We have quite a record.
Impressive. I'd have thought you would have had the game over by now.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Nope, that was another timeline. Didn't happen.
To be honest, I didn't think you had the gall to hide evidence like that, Righto. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get him to spill it.
I see.
What? You mean you admit to it?
Okay, but in every other instance of show evidence or no, the game has always pushed us to show evidence.
Not only is
So-
that true, but they're teaching 7-year-olds to withhold evidence.
Technically, in this exact trial, in this exact turnabout, we had to say no, we don't have concrete evidence once already.
We did.
That is true.
It is prepping us to think differently, and I am taking note for future games.
Oh, God.
I was the first person to arrive on the crime scene that day.
All I'm taking from for future games is that I will save much more often.
Oh my god.
Just in case of full death.
No,
full death only.
You don't have to do
The
that.
game would probably have auto-save.
I disagree.
Well, in the later editions.
It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana.
So you really were manipulating her.
I knew Lana. Biblically.
Oh my god.
If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, that when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid. So you assisted Miss Sky. I told her to arrange all the evidence.
Hashtag, he cut out the piece of cloth and he took Emma, like, unconscious Emma's hand and slapped it on the piece of leather and shoved it in the thing.
I mean,
I
she
had a
was
plan.
unconscious.
I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room. And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted. When I tampered with the crime scene, I had 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you.
2 pieces of evidence? You mean those items in your safe?
But why?
Mm-hmm.
For insurance, of course.
Insurance?
I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that a girl committed.
You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence? I guess this is why you are the chief.
What do you take me for, a fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. I made it by forging evidence, of course.
Hmm.
See this jaw fragment? I hid the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces. Objection! Tap. But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar, too?
Thank you, Edgeworth.
Ho ho ho!
Merry Christmas.
Some people just don't know when to quit, do they, Mrs. Claus?
Mm.
That's why I kept one more item for insurance. You mean that piece of cloth? Come on, Rhino. Cough it up already. I know you haven't.
What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright?
So you admit to it then, Chief Gant? That you were hiding the cloth you cut off the victim's vest in your safe.
Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that, being chief and all. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago,
Oh.
you said you didn't have any evidence you could present.
Game over.
It's
Thanks for
still-
coming, everyone.
Oh my god. If it's game over too, what the fuck were we supposed to do? Thank you and good
No,
night.
literally there would be nothing and that would be terrible gameplay.
Foolish move, Rhino. You should have shut up tuned then before it was too late. In fact, I'll let you save scum right now. Gentlemen's compromise.
I
Go
don't-
ahead.
What?
Reload
Go
that
for it,
save.
Ori. We literally got a game over with the other option. There's no way that this results in failure too.
It's been a long battle. But the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess it up here, victory is mine.
Oh, fudge nuggets! Why?
Saving again.
Nice.
I hate this.
What?
I hate this. I hate this. Same damn stupid prompt. I hate this.
Dylan, why are you so adamant about saving to make us go through everything again if we fully die? Again, not if we lose health, if we fully die.
I'm telling you right now, look at the top right. That's a small amount of health loss.
You're right, you're right. But I also didn't
All
think
right,
the last
so-
one was
so
gonna
it
just
wouldn't
kill
be
the end.
Over, but like, I just.
Right, I mean, I'm
not
showing
weighing
the
in on
cloth.
this one. I
I'm
can't
showing
make
the
good
cloth.
judgment. I'm out. I'm out. I'm fucking out.
Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now. I found it at the bottom of my pocket.
Oh, are you sure?
I'm doing it.
Alright then, let's see this conclusive evidence.
Game over number 2. Let's go!
I don't like this. I hate that it gave us the same prompt type, and I'm like, why are you making me have
But-
deja
but
vu?
this time-
Why are
but
you
this time it
Why are
has
you
the
making me
thing.
have horrible deja vu?
This time it does have, like, our health. Okay.
I'm glad the health bar is there, but I'm still not happy. It reminded me of a very painful, traumatic moment.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna repress it like Edgeworth repressed his father's death.
Take that, Tap.
I'm sorry.
Let me verify this once more. Skaboop. On the day
Oh,
of the
thank-
crime,
Thanks for the heads up birthday cake.
you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest.
Oh, yes. At last you finally brought it out into the open.
There's a handprint on this piece of cloth. Wow, deja vu.
Oh my god.
F. Your Honor, the prosecution requests that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather. There must have been a strong impact for it to have been left so clearly.
You mean?
It could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence.
Oh, no. I don't feel good. I don't feel
Ho,
good.
ho, ho!
I don't feel
And a
so
Merry
good, Mr.
Christmas
Stark.
to me this time. You're as slow as ever on the uptake, Worthy.
No. No.
Think about
I
it.
think we fucked up.
Rhino had all this time to present this evidence,
No!
yet he was reluctant to do so. Now, why would that be?
Playing into his hands again. I don't like it.
I'm gonna
You
cry.
You already know?
I don't
Phoenix,
feel.
you know whose fingerprints are on them?
I'm gonna throw up. What is? I hate this one.
Mr. Wright. Do you really know?
Whoever fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they? Oh, back from the lab so soon. Great. Let's just end the pain now.
Very well, I'll tell you.
Oh, no, 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 no.
It should be okay now. Everything is proceeding as predicted. Okay.
It's not okay.
Oh, I get to choose?
You get to choose.
I get to choose? I mean, I'm not gonna lie now. It feels like it's too late to lie now.
They sent it to the lab.
No, they did.
If you lie, you're just a liar, liar,
That's
pants
also
on
true.
fire.
They'll find out if I lie later.
Like,
Alright.
It's
Oh,
not like
my
there's
heart is in pain.
Take that.
Emma Sky!
Oh god.
What? They're mine?
I'm sorry,
Did
Emma.
we hook up again? But why? Why didn't you tell me?
You should have saved Scum, my boy.
I'm gonna hurl.
I did.
You're really something, Rado.
Aw.
You knew this girl did it all along,
I had hoped that this was forged too, if I'm being honest.
and you still
not.
tried to pin the
It's
murder
really
on
not.
me.
It was more to try and get you to confess about all the other shit you've done.
So it's true. Tragic, but true.
This court case has gone on for way too long.
This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death.
I didn't mean to.
How could you? You monster!
Miss Sky,
You knew who fingerprints those were all along, yet you
But he hates me now.
acted like she really didn't.
No, Miss Sky, it's not over yet.
What?
I said this trial isn't over yet.
God, it's been so long.
But I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but the video game.
Oh no.
And your career, too.
That's too many things.
Ugh.
You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense.
Oh,
I would know. It was in my safe. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted.
The pit in my stomach is massive.
I'll have
boy,
your
this
badge,
feels
boy.
like a DLC.
Oh,
You've been wanting to
God.
give someone your badge. Why don't you give it to me? What's the matter? Cack out your tongue?
I'm
Please,
in
Wright.
pain. I'm in
Please
so much
think of
pain.
something that we're not thinking
Aren't
of.
you
I hate
going
this.
to tell us how it feels?
Awful. It feels awful. And I don't have Phoenix Wright's mind, so I don't know what's going through his head right now.
How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer? All because you snooped around in my office?
I mean, Phoenix seems
Pretty confident, so before I do
Yeah,
that,
Phoenix is very chill right now.
there's just one little thing I have to clear up.
Oh, it's the book now. It's the book now.
Oh? And what's that?
Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall?
Oh?
What?
Oh, because she could have pushed him, and he could have died later.
Chief Gant, you're absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask?
It was Emma Sky, wasn't it?
I'm so confused.
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Why? I
Was it
don't-
because
I don't
she
like
was
this
unconscious?
anymore.
No, she did push the guy. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, Jamie makes a good point. There was no blood on the cloth.
Mm.
Which it would have. Yeah, the cloth was cut out before he died. Oh, Jamie! Jamie!
Okay.
You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction.
Mmm.
What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about?
Thank God.
Pep, I'm talking about a contradiction, one that proves who the real killer is.
This game is giving me heart palpitations.
Yeah, I'm
guys.
having a bad time.
Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth. What could it possibly contradict?
Chief Yant, your tyrannical reign ends here.
Oh, I need a fucking cookie
Behold,
after this.
the piece of evidence that contradicts the cloth.
Is the picture.
Yeah.
Because his thing is bloody right over there. Yeah, I'm doing it. Thanks, Jamie!
Take that.
And what
Oh,
exactly
yeah.
is this supposed to be?
This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good long look at this photograph.
Look at it for as long as this trial has been going.
See where the piece of his vest was cut out?
Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest, though.
Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. He died from blood loss. His lungs were no doubt punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth. I'm being very descriptive
Emma
here.
swaying on the stand next to him.
Oh, that piece of cloth. Wait, there's no blood on it.
Ah!
Thank fuck.
Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. Tap. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time.
No! This is nonsense!
Take it. Take it, you son of a bitch!
Ooh, I can breathe a sigh of relief.
Now
Oh,
then, Chief Gant,
God.
let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside.
He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out.
If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Sky? Picked up the unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the armor's sword.
Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue. Tap! And make Lana believe her sister did it.
Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest. Ironic, isn't it? Though the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer.
Oh, thank God.
Good. Oh.
It's finally over.
Jesus Christ. No!
Oh,
Shut
Is that-
up!
Did he
yeah,
object?
he said objection.
He
Yep.
object.
Objection! Hey!
Oh no, ho ho ho. Oh.
Close, Ryder. You almost had me.
You're done! Home Slimmer, you're done!
Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations.
No, you don't. You're done.
What do you mean you refute his allegations?
A refutation is when you disagree with something and prove it wrong. You see, that piece of cloth, it's illegal evidence.
Book time. Book time.
Finally.
Yeah.
Book time.
Yeah.
Order! Order! What nonsense is this?
That's what I'm saying, Jamie. I don't know why we had to do it the stupid way. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
agree as well.
That was to create drama.
Pisses me off.
Illegal
That was
evidence.
because this is a game and not real life.
Illegal evidence cannot. Well, hold on. Arguably, we were only able to get this far because Gant made all those admissions, and if we gave the evidence that Gant wanted us to, we didn't actually get his admission.
But we could have said that there was no blood on the fucking piece of cloth. Like,
But then, we have no proof it was Scanned who did any of this, though.
but we still know that it wasn't Emma.
Yeah, but we don't know it was
Yes, you're
Gant.
right. I guess
But the
you're
problem
right.
is we had no confirmation from him that he cut out the piece. He did
Yeah,
all
this
the
is a
shit.
universe where we not only have to prove that the person
We also
didn't
have
do
to
the murder,
prove
but we also have to
motive.
solve a murder. Yeah,
Yeah.
A murder.
a murder. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, RG? Earlier, O'Rado here concealed that piece of cloth.
Oh, give it up! I think I found him. You know what? I am so sorry. What was her name in the other case? Laura, the woman who was looking for Gordy.
Lot of heart.
Yeah.
Oh.
Lotta.
Lotta.
I knew it was an L. Yeah, she's not my least favorite anymore.
So then, what's your excuse, Rado? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you?
Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time, and it was true.
Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence.
At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence.
But that's not fair!
Ooh, said the victorious owl. Did
my
you actually think you could miss me in court?
Oh, God.
Okay, thank you. I think I needed that levity.
It looks like the laugh lands on you, son.
No, the last laugh is mine when I present this piece of evidence.
I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct.
Oh, is it, Your Honor?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth,
True. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person, but Damon Gant is more of a demon than a person, so arguably, if that evidence is indeed illegal, that would be a problem.
Well, Mr. Wright,
It seems, at last, the
I'll have
time
to read
for
a
me
book.
to reveal my plan has finally arrived.
It'd be nice if we knew the plan.
Yeah.
Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposefully and illegally concealed this piece of cloth?
What? That's not
No,
the question I
didn't.
want.
I didn't, though. I did not
Wait,
purposefully and
it hinges on the
illegally.
word illegally. Go
Yeah,
ahead
I
and say
did not illegally. I did
Yeah.
not. Based on this
Because
game,
you're
I did
gonna
not.
use the book.
I admit I refused to present it at one point.
Aha! So the evidence is illegal.
But I didn't get to finish my statement. Objection. No, it isn't, Mr. Gant.
Oh?
I actually studied for this trial. It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't.
What do you mean you couldn't?
Tap, there are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence.
No, Urgent, don't listen to his lies.
Oh my God.
He's nothing but a coward. You can't really believe. Objection. There is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not?
Very well. Let us settle this once and for all. Earlier you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now.
It's book time! We got there, TD. Eat a present.
Take that! Tap! This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. Let me read you a little passage.
What's this?
I've done my homework too, Chief. Unlike in law school, indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. Tap. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more.
What?
You see, it's written right here in this book, the second rule of evidence law.
Rule number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
Oh, we had to get him to approve it, technically, too.
Jeez.
I found this piece of evidence myself, inside your safe. It goes without saying. I did not have approval from the police department at the time.
Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial.
And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time, it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident.
What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and...
Objection! Tap! Sorry, but as you can recall when the... Oh, sorry, but can you recall when was that picture presented?
That was shown only a few minutes ago. Moments ago.
No. He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless.
The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant.
You yourself confessed to a certain truth.
Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest.
Oh, yes. Oh, no! It was then that... Fuck. It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth.
Okay.
Oh, that's the angle.
The only person who could have
Not
cut
my favorite.
The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer, and there's only one person who that could be. Tap. Damon Gant, the killer was you!
I suspected it all along.
Nah. Now's not the time for any slurs.
Oh my god. Guys, the Disney animatronic is broken. Can someone please report to fix it?
Oh, God.
I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum.
Not Jake, Marshall.
For 2 years, he's been stupid around the department trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me.
Well, you killed his goddamn brother.
Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. It was one of those non-joke crimes. He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Star, then convinced Bruce Goodman.
Detective Goodman.
Yeah, that's right. Oh God, it's been so long.
It really has.
If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you gotta help me.
Oh, this poor man.
Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden, he decided to speak out.
Oh.
Ooh.
Now what are you just talking about, good man?
Oh, who wants to be Goodman?
I'll be Goodman.
Sorry.
Can you please reopen the case, the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered.
Why don't I open your chest hole? He opened his evidence locker and he was taking the evidence out and he said,
It's not too late. I'm going to hand all this over to Marshall.
Why the hell would he say that?
well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it. That accursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I mean, it was a slip and slide. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake.
The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
Man, it's been
I-
so long.
I know, right? I used to be known as the crime computer. But everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. Then you put the body in my car? I'm
Who's
sorry,
gonna pay to clean the leather?
I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You got a lot of junk in there anyway. You make a lot more than us detectives ever will.
Ooh.
This guy's a psychopath.
Tap! Leaving the prosecution's card aside.
I wish he would have.
How could you? How could you get Miss Sky involved in all of this?
Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. So, you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker. I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take.
So, you left the jar fragments and the glove.
Yeah. It looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer.
You seem pretty nonchalant.
Bruh.
You seem pretty chillaxed, pretty nonchalant for just deciding to go on and kill somebody.
Not
Oh, we all make
somebody,
mistakes.
somebodies.
We all
Multiple.
make mistakes.
Oh, you're right. He did kill. You're right. He killed Neil earlier. Damn. Yeah. Ugh.
They all did their best to get in my way.
Hashtag he was a better detective than a crime committer. The first one you got away with for 2 fucking years. I don't know.
I got ahead of them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. The fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me,
Oh,
Worthy,
no.
Fuck.
why do you stand in court? Me? You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same.
Oh no, Spider-Man.
Yeah, I
Eh?
was just thinking. What? We've all seen Spider-Man 1.
The orange goblin. The orange goblin.
God.
That's incredible. Oh my god.
Guess I'm making another video edit eventually.
Oh, I need
Oh,
that
most
one.
definitely. The world needs it, Ori. Please, bless us.
You know, I'm something of a prosecutor myself.
Oh my god.
One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone.
He'll never
But
be
with
alone
great power,
because
with great power comes great responsibility. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Udgy.
Oh, what?
Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend.
No, I'll come visit you in jail.
This is a death penalty. You're not going to be able to.
I'm sorry too, Damon Gant.
Shit, you're right. He killed a detective and then he also killed a prosecutor. Yeah.
Yeah, not a good
Not
look.
like very law-related people.
Listen, I know I killed multiple people, but it really feels like I am the one who had my own paraglider impaled directly into my chest.
All your own doing.
I knew you as you used to be long ago. You were once a fine investigator and an example to others on the force.
But he'll still be an example to others, Your Honor.
I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person.
Those days are gone now, Udgy. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Righto here. And Worthy.
I don't know if I should feel nice about this or not.
With these two around, you can't go wrong.
I mean, it's like
I don't know how to feel.
it's definitely attempting to be a compliment, but coming from a convicted double felon, like
Oh,
I
this
don't
is
know.
like foreshadowing for future games that they retroactively added, and I don't know why.
In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sound of a new beginning.
Oh man.
there are two things I want you to understand.
Yes.
First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent.
You're right. I was here the whole time. I was witnessing it. When this trial is over, I'll tell you everything.
Why not just say everything on trial? Make sure he definitely goes away.
All that I've done these past 2 years.
Oh.
From the time I had Gant to help me forge evidence up until today.
I see that, Mega Man.
So,
That's true, Jamie.
it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered.
I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble.
It's not the death sentence, though.
My. What high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows? A few years from now, you just might make it to the top.
Hmm.
Oh, smile! I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright.
Miss Sky,
And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you.
It was nothing.
liar!
I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory.
Are we getting a turnabout name drop here?
You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth.
You rise from the ashes.
Stop it. I only did my job.
can't take compliments.
He can't.
I love it.
In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us.
We're all.
Especially Dan.
I'll remember you all in therapy.
No, for real.
Miss Sky,
Yes, Your Honor.
you are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date.
Yes, I understand, Your Honor.
Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling?
It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I've felt free of these heavy chains.
Oof. Oh god, I feel like a weight's been freaking lifted. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
fuck.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, I'll fucking say.
Has gone on far too long already.
Jesus.
Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, not guilty.
Bang, bang.
Alright, time to reload the save.
Oh my god, I'm gonna
No.
slap you.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Oh my god.
Go home for dinner, everybody.
Oh, yeah, 5:03. Yeah, go home for dinner.
Dun.
February 25th, 5:03 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2.
At long last, it's finally over. Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook, but at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit. She actually did those other crimes. I can't really do anything
No.
about that.
No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended. I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
We don't have to
You've
do this again.
suffered
We don't have
every
to do this
yeah,
again.
no.
We just did this.
You
we
all heard
literally
it.
just did this.
I don't know why
Instant
we need a flashback to that. Yeah, right? You know, I did my best too. But Lana didn't say a single word to me.
Oof. Oof.
Oh, I'm not interrupting anything, pals.
Edge,
Great timing, Gumshoe.
Yeah, work on that a little bit.
Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later.
Oh.
Oh, wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? Just tell me.
Deja
If you do this, just
vu.
say it.
Yeah. You're doing it on purpose, aren't you? Make a detective run all around while on duty.
This
you
is
did roll
literally the
save
same
huh.
thing. What? Oh.
It,
What?
wait,
I thought
time
I'll
loop?
come
What?
Here.
The game
I've seen
break?
happier people at funerals. Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding.
Oh my god.
Oh. Are you here because of my sister again?
No, I got my resume, pal. I came today because of you, pal.
Me?
Yeah, that's right. I thought you'd like to see someone.
Lana.
Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know.
Well, I won't tell if you won't.
Oh, he got his job back then, though.
Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day 2 years ago. Was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Sis. I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake. But now, I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day.
All in chat.
I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself. But I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew.
But sis, you were only doing it for me.
No.
Huh?
I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you.
Sis,
I'm such a fool. Took me all this time to realize it.
Hey, but you realized it. That's better than nothing.
Emma, I'm so sorry.
but sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now.
You're happy.
Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have.
Hmm.
Oh, Emma. Emma.
Hug, yay!
Aw.
Aw, they needed that. No one
We
can
love
change
to
the
see
past.
it.
The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in doing so,
Oh god, is this a name drop? Nope.
Yep.
we can find
Aw.
a way back to our rightful path and rise
We
from
can
the
rise
ashes.
from the ashes.
Oh, speaking of my rightful path, hey
Oh.
Phoenix, you busy for dinner?
Oh. and from there we can move on towards a brighter future coming Edgeworth.
I'll say.
Oh god.
At least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up.
Mr. Wright. Mr. Gumshoe.
No, me?
Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
What?
Edgeworth?
Stop hiding and come over here.
Hiding. I was just rearranging the plants on the floor over there.
Where was he hiding?
I just came to say, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right. Well, I'll be going now.
Tsundere.
Total tsundere. Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened.
Oh.
The inquiry committee certainly blames me for what happened.
Oh.
We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you.
Hmm.
It's too late for me.
What? What?
No matter what anyone may say, I realized today that I can't correct my mistakes.
I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right.
That pit in my stomach's back. I don't like it. Okay, I don't need this. We don't need to
You
do this
despise
again.
criminals.
Who
You and
cares?
me, we're really the same.
Ending. We
Spider-Man.
were getting a happy ending.
We're not so different, you and
I'm
I.
dying.
I do despise criminals.
So does Phoenix. Look at that. Two
I
peas
plan
in
to
a pod.
dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon.
I'm your
Oh,
weapon.
there's Phoenix.
Hello.
It's scary, but known it to be true for quite some time now.
I can't do this. I can't do this. But Edgeworth.
Who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did.
I know.
Phoenix is standing right fucking there.
That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue as a prosecutor.
And I'll become a defense attorney. Edgeworth, don't you understand?
I'm gonna die.
Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma,
Yeah,
were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake.
You're right. They both committed murder.
They were murdering psychopaths, and that is not you.
Oh my god.
oh, I thought you were about to say they were raging something else.
Oh,
No,
God.
he is raging something else, but that's not what Karma and Gant
no.
were.
Are you sure
Maybe
they
Oh,
were?
Gant
God,
okay, maybe
please.
Gant was for Judge, but we don't have anyone for Von Karma.
Von Karma is not straight. You cannot look at that man and tell me he is straight.
Bye.
You said, in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. That may be true,
He
but
didn't fight
think
crime
back
on
to
his own.
today's trial.
He didn't fight crime on his own. I'm here. Hello.
You weren't alone.
Ah. My heart's gonna burst for a different reason now.
You were working together with Mr. Wright.
Yeah, edgy boy.
And because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What? Oh yeah. What is this? A pop quiz? Didn't
Come on,
study for
Mr.
that.
Wright. Show him what Lana's talking about.
Evidence, huh? Something that neither Edgeworth or I would have been able to find on our own.
What is
Huh?
it?
What? I don't know.
Why
is
the,
this
the
pop
evidence
quiz?
list? Because I found half and he
Yeah.
found half.
Yeah.
I think so.
Do it. Do it. Present
Maybe?
it quick.
I don't know.
Go,
I'm
go, go,
scared.
go, go.
That's the picture I drew.
Our counterattack began with this. You had one half of the evidence list, and I had the other, like a best friend or lover's necklace. Apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture.
That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hmm.
No.
It's not. It's time for me to go.
Mr. Edgeworth.
If you'll excuse me,
No, it's hug time. Come on.
there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up.
Oh god.
Take care, Chief Prosecutor.
Oh. Oh.
Edgeworth, what will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember, you can let what happened.
Oh god.
You can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you.
I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too, right?
Yes, the best face.
But what I face now is my problem.
Oh.
Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. Yeah, court.
Farewell.
Oh.
Well, I'd better be going too.
To jail!
Well, at least they got a room waiting for me.
Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon.
It seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do.
And you're kind of a captive audience.
Oh god.
Here, this is a little something for you.
Scientific investigation?
Why are they all ducktective? They're just baby ducktective.
Yes.
Why can't all law books just have ducks on them?
Make sure to check every corner,
Huh?
It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well.
Thanks, sis. I will.
And so, another case came to a close. And for the sisters, I have faith. Just remembering that hug makes it all feel better. I have faith that their lives have only just begun. Makes me wish I could hug Edgeworth. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself. And these unnecessary feelings.
Well, don't go trucking off just yet, pal.
Huh?
Ain't no credits roll in my presence.
What is it, detective?
It's just a little matter to be resolved by the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this.
But
I thought you said it was okay.
Yeah, well, maybe okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story.
Oh my goodness.
Just walk her back.
Oh my god.
Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either.
Come shoot.
oh my god. Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side.
Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright here's the one who's
Oh.
footing the bill.
Stop
course.
using my name.
What, you think I could afford that with my negative salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal.
Oh
Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best.
Yeah. Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we go all pay it off together?
That's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Objection!
Oh my god. Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
thank wow.
Okay,
Ooh,
here we are. Here we are.
boy.
Oh, I want to play every single game, Birthday Cake.
I hope she'll be pleased to study under a top coroner. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. And then I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma.
All right, we gotta be on top of
Lady
this.
Arc.
I was not expecting that.
We gotta be on top of
Lunch
this
Lady
ending.
Arc.
We gotta be on top of the ending stuff. We could do it.
I was gonna
Everybody's
give
gotta
a
be
final
paying
thought,
attention.
and then that came up.
Yeah, we gotta pay attention to the credits. Dylan.
Yikes! I thought I was a goner for a moment there. In the end, though, they overlooked my unauthorized investigation in the chief's office. If we penalized you anymore, it'd be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said. It just goes to show you can't shake me off that easily.
Aww.
That's an
Very nice.
interpretation.
Yeah, plan to do all of them, Birthday Cake. Now, after the credits finish, I want to give, like, a quick, comment on all the turnabouts, on which one was
Yeah.
my favorite and stuff.
Like a wrap up.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty. Oh, Dylan,
Oh,
come on.
fuck.
Do it, do it.
My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Billy. Can you believe it? I've been demoted to a security guard. My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. I'll show them now. Someday I'm gonna make a detective. Yes, sir. Then I can be just like that Dick Gumshoe.
Oh my god. I'm like waiting for Lunch Lady to come back because I'm preparing.
Oh my god.
I'm like readying myself. You might have to do Jake Marshall, Dylan, so be ready for that too.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
We're all preparing.
We just get to see the Blue Badger.
Mars, that's you. Go up. That's you. Come on, Mars.
Do 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 do.
I'm
I
doing
don't
the
know
Blue
what sound
Badger
the Blue
dance.
Badger makes.
No, it makes the. Oh god! It died! It died!
Oh,
That's the beginning of the next arc. We saw the murder.
Yeah, the Blue Badger.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually jumped in my seat. That actually kind of spooked
Here
me.
it is.
Oh, yeah. What is it? Can't you see I'm having me a showdown with a steak lunch partner? This star managed to sneak this into me. She seems one of the guards. Well, cowboy, it looks like you did it. You even gave Bambina back her smile. Can you make sure Billy and the gang get their water?
I can. Meekin's on it. Oh my god.
You trust Meekins to handle that?
Yeah. Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu, the Right Way lunch. The top lawyer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom lawyer's sweet and savory. Kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller. Just make sure not to eat it backwards.
So you just said the top lawyer tastes sweet.
Yeah, I
Savory
was
but bitter
about to
rather.
say, was that on purpose?
No, I was trying to read it in fast in a voice that is slow. Just trying to. I'll probably redo it.
I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again?
Oh, God.
Mr.
Oh my
Left?
god.
Anyway, he said he's been doing just something or other for how many years? Well, anyway, I've got another trial to get to, so I'd better be. Huh? Oh no! I forgot my gavel! Sorry, gotta go!
Damn, look at that chair.
That's a nice chair.
Oh my goodness. How many more characters are there? Maybe
Oh,
Emma?
me, oh my. Well, we haven't gotten Emma yet.
I think that's it in this one. I think then we did everybody.
I think so.
Oh,
Oh. Ah, nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you in your objection. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium.
Mystic Maya, afternoon's training's about to begin.
Coming! Well, see you around, Nick. I was not ready for her.
neither was I, if I'm being
Why
honest.
was she here? What a nice ending. So peaceful, not stressful.
Oh my god, that one got me at the end. She was
Oh
not
my
Mega Man. She
God.
was not.
I don't
Oh,
withhold the
Edgeworth? Dylan?
stupid evidence.
Oh,
Oh.
yes.
No. Oh,
Oh god.
Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Edgeworth, I've brought you your tea. Hmm? What's going on?
these unexpected characters. However, he was in this one, so we should have known.
He was. Very briefly. I completely forgot.
Yeah, me too. At the very beginning for like 2 seconds. Oh,
Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be all right. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book.
Did she put a picture in there too? I guess so. I'm
Flip it
assuming.
over and find out.
Yeah, oh,
aw.
Oh, that's cute.
They didn't just show it. It just. Oh,
Here
thank
it
you,
is.
thank you, thank you.
Aw. Oh, look at that
Oh, look
outfit.
at her with the little hat.
And the overall dress.
I want the overall dress. Bring overall dresses back, please.
Alright, we did it.
Oh man, and achievement unlocked. Thank
Achievement
you.
unlocked.
It means it actually ended. We actually got to the end.
Oh. Nope.
Oh my God.
Watch there be another secret cut.
Yeah, there's a fifth turnabout that nobody actually knows about because they're just so done. No, all right.
The end.
The end, indeed.
The
very
end.
briefly, I think my favorite case is Turnabout Goodbyes. To me, that felt like the one that it was like everything sort of fell into place really well. It wasn't like incredibly difficult and hard and like weird. Like it didn't feel like we had to do 4D chess, but we also weren't trying to do 4D chess, and the investigation went relatively smoothly. Alright, least favorite, definitely Turnabout Samurai because oh my god, we struggled so hard. So hard. And I will say, well, the story of Rise from the Ashes is interesting. I'm kind of not happy with how the like actual mechanics ended up going with that like 50-50 shit. Like I was not a fan of that because that's like that feels like a moral question more than like a thing question, you know?
Yeah,
and
I really
didn't
agree.
it wasn't like something we could solve, right?
I
like
fucking hated those rules of evidence. They're so
Yeah.
stupid from a practical setting, but like, man, they're so stupid. Jesus Christ.
Very true, birthday cake. All right, Mars.
Like
Dylan?
in all the other turnabouts,
Yeah.
they never had those rules.
Yeah.
And even
No.
more so, like we would like break the rules of like regular law, let alone evidence law, and then just like have evidence in our back pocket, and then just bring up a bunch of evidence like randomly in the middle of the thing.
But at least it was
And-
consistent, right?
Yeah, but like none of that was ever approved by the police department. Literally none of it.
It literally only played in for this one case because the guy we were trying to convict was the chief police. That's why all those rules came into effect.
it was
It
more
was
just
very
like-
roundabout.
I was less upset about the rules' existence. I was more upset about their actually like vagueness, but 90% of my upset was literally the fact that the way they posed that question that we actually died on was so like just arbitrary, it felt like, right? Like the way that they framed that question was like, should we convict Emma or not, right? And it was like, well, you kind of got to, you know, like you feel obligated. And I didn't enjoy that. It didn't feel like oh, we're solving a mystery anymore. It felt like, take a guess, huh?
Flip a coin,
Huh?
see
Yeah,
what you
and I
get.
was not a fan of that.
It was kind of like Phoenix had something in his back pocket, but it was one of the
But we
few times
didn't.
where we weren't really given a lot of the pieces ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very much. See, that was the other thing. With the other turnabouts, while stuff still did like come into play later on, there wasn't so much showing up like mid-trial. This was a ton of stuff showing up mid-trial, like really weird.
Yeah. Yep. I
That's what I'm
agree.
saying, Jamie. That's exactly.
Yeah, no,
the point.
Jamie, not even that. They drew it opposite previously. Literally, there was a scene from another turnabout where the judge is like, "How is this relevant?" And then one of the attorneys
Yeah.
is just like, "You'll understand in like 20 minutes.
Once I
Your Honor.
explain
I'm getting
it
there."
to you.
And then the judge is like,
Yeah.
"Well, okay, I guess that's okay."
Mega
See-
Man, if you like mysteries, like mystery games, like I don't know if you ever played like the Nancy Drew mystery games. If you like that sort of stuff, like point and click mystery games, I would say this is like an enhanced version of that. I really do enjoy it. It's not the same as like a lot of visual novels where you have to like, you don't get paths, right? You know, a lot of visual novels give you like options. There is a right option in Ace Attorney, and that is the only one you have to find out. So it's more of a puzzle than like a visual novel. Yeah, so Dylan, I'm assuming Rise from the Ashes was your least favorite game mechanics-wise?
I don't think it's my least favorite because like the first one didn't count, obviously,
No, I'm between...
and I also liked this one more than the second one
Really?
because that one was also really kind of basic.
It was. It was
Okay.
short, but...
Yeah.
And what
I
about
like the Edgeworth
favorite?
one the best, probably.
Yeah, that was my favorite as well.
Turnabout goodbyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like that one was the most, like, fleshed out. Like, we really felt like everything was coming together, like, really
Help me
clearly.
remember.
I feel like
There
we're
was,
all in
Samurai?
unanimous agreement with that one.
After Samurai, though, was it Turnabout Goodbyes immediately, or was there one in between?
So it was Turnabout
Yeah.
Sisters, Turnabout Samurai, Turnabout Goodbyes, Rise from the Ashes. That was the 4. Plus the
Okay.
original, like,
Just making sure I didn't
starting one.
forget one in the middle there.
Nope, you didn't.
No,
There was only
no,
4
no.
full ones, and then there was, like, the first Turnabout, like, test
The
one.
turnabout with Larry.
Yeah.
It was basically turnabout tutorial.
Yeah, that's the word I want, tutorial.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
we'll
I'm
get
in
there then, birthday
unanimous.
cake. We'll get there.
I think I'm in unanimous agreement with you guys.
Even more
Turnabout
than that,
goodbyes, definitely my favorite. I felt like all the game mechanics came together in a fair way there.
Yeah.
Like, we were able to find the evidence, we were able to figure out where we need to go. I just feel like everything was telegraphed so much clearer, but it wasn't spoon-fed. You were still allowed to figure out some things on your own. Like the number on the safe and everything. Like, that was well handled. I think
Yeah, that was nice.
that was the
I
way to do it. And story-wise, it was just brilliant. I mean, I love Edgeworth as a character, so having him get some development and see him move in the right direction, that is perfect. My least favorite, I didn't hate Turnabout Samurai. I thought the conclusion it came to was very interesting because it wasn't murder, it was a self-defense case. And I hear that gets kind of more and more unusual for the series as it goes down the line. Like, then it's just murder, murder, murder.
What I
But
liked, I liked
in
the story
Trying
of
to
all of
find our way around, I don't think it was telegraphed to us very
Yeah,
well
that would hurt.
where we had to go, what we had to do. I think there just needed to be more concise, helpful dialogue that pointed us in the right direction. Like, how do we get this person to show up again? We have to fiddle with the vent. How do we get them to show up again? We have to go to this very specific room.
Yeah,
It
that's what
just
all the other turnabouts did
didn't
better.
cross our
Is that it
minds.
was like the characters roughly stayed in a place, unless
Yeah.
it was, and the only time they didn't stay in a place was in Rise from the Ashes. They didn't stay in a place a lot, but you didn't have to find them.
But you
kind of ran into
were
them.
always told, hey, they're gonna
Well,
be going here. Like, if Gumshoe
yeah.
gets called away to the police department, you're like, okay, now I know he's there. So
or
I
you
go
ran
there.
into them, right? Because you had to pass
Exactly.
through everything. In Turnabout Samurai, it was like they would just disappear, and you had, out of tons and tons and
It-
tons of options, you had
it was
no
funny,
idea
'cause-
where they were.
Ori, for as much as you complained about the walking mechanic, basically where you had to click through to get to this one place, that was probably done on purpose so you wouldn't miss anything.
But they didn't
in case
use
they
it in
could
Turnabout
get through.
Samurai at all. We always
No,
had
they
to
didn't,
proc it
and-
somehow, and there was a lot
Well,
of dead
that's-
ends, right?
Well, that's the thing with it being a DLC case, is that it pulls mechanics from the later games. So that's why we were seeing stuff with the luminol, with the fingerprinting, which I thought were handled
liked
really
those.
well. I
I liked
actually
those a
really
lot.
enjoyed that mechanic.
I'm annoyed about the handprint in the room, uh, because I feel like I wasn't as accurate with the luminol later on the floor, and it still got me the floor. So I'm kind of annoyed about that one. But
I almost wonder if that's something that would have been easier on the original DS
I
rather
don't
than
know.
on a computer, because on a computer you're kind of working in a grid pattern, whereas on the DS you just click, 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 click.
maybe. But the
So-
biggest thing for me was that, Turnabout Samurai's investigation, I hated it. I hated the investigation. in
Did not
Turnabout
like
Samurai.
the investigation
trial
part
stuff-
about Samurai.
It was hard, but none of it was like, this is really weird.
It was
like
hard,
we were
but
trying
it was
too hard
fair.
to 4D
And you
chess.
never took leaps of logic. Yeah, that was when we were really trying to think outside the box, like, oh, they're trying to trick us. They're trying to trick us. No, Turnabout Ashes, Rise from the Ashes was the one trying to trick us. I think I'm in consensus with Ori and Dylan. I did not appreciate the bit at the end where it was like,
Yeah.
you can either present the evidence early or you could not, and then you could present it later and have it trick you into thinking you're losing, but then
Yeah,
have
I
it not
hated
be.
that.
I don't like it when stuff like that feels up to chance, because again, up till that, that felt pretty arbitrary to me.
It did. It felt like
Because
there was
not
no
only
telegraphing of
did
how we got here.
Not only did previously to that, we always showed our evidence for the most
Mhm.
part. 90% of the time, whenever it prompts show evidence, we show evidence. We never say no to anything. I think this was the first trial to implement that.
But it wasn't telegraphed either, right? Like there was nothing to be
I think it could have been telegraphed
Eh.
through Phoenix's inner monologue.
yeah.
That could have fixed it up a little bit. And I know there's this idea that you want the player to puzzle it out for themselves, but I think if you're doing it for a story purpose, that's not a time to be like, okay, time to 50-50 guess. No, if
Yeah.
you're doing
'Cause,
this for a
imagine if you didn't
story,
save.
if you're trying to create a dramatic moment,
That would suck.
telegraph to your audience what you want them to do. Please.
But all right,
It's
guys.
like-
I hope you all
So
enjoyed.
there are our thoughts.
I think you all did.
For
I
as much as I just ragged, I adore this game.
I had a lot of fun with this game. We get to live it all again as I edit the videos. So we just started Turnabout Goodbyes for that.
I'm
You
just
should
glad
definitely watch
we
those.
got to experience the true ending before we had to save
Oh my
stuff.
god, I'm gonna slap you.
Oh.
But
It's not the true ending.
it
It was the timeline where Link lost to Ganondorf.
The true ending, yes.
No,
the true ending
no,
indeed.
No. But next week we will be playing Plate Up with Cinder.
Yes!
instead of
Cinder,
Ace Attorney.
Rock, Sally is joining
Yes,
us
so
next
we will be
week.
having that. But otherwise, we'll see you all Tuesday for Drawing and Dragons and everything like that. All right,
Yes.
then, guys. If you haven't yet, I suggest joining the Discord so you can make sure that you're up to date on everything that we do.
And this was your last night to get bingo. Did anyone get bingo?
I don't think so. I think we were all too wrapped up and hyped about it. And honestly, I
You
don't
know
think
what,
we
probably.
did too many bingos, if I'm being honest. But yeah.
Next
All right,
week.
guys. See you Tuesday. Good night.